let's just start this, guys. If you don't know, this is HeatherBizzo. HeatherBizzo is a friend of the show. She was also our TwitchCon correspondent during ZamCon. She's a wife, a gamer. You have dogs, right? Or is it cats? Dogs, right? Okay.
Dogs, yeah.
Dog mom, terrible gamer, crafter, crocheter, cross stitcher. I don't know if you've done diamond painting. I don't think I've seen it. But hello.
I've done a little DP in my day.
Oh boy, this is also going on YouTube. So luckily I'm not monetized, and I doubt with all the other guests I've had, I highly doubt I'll ever get the podcast monetized. I tell you what. But welcome in, Heather. Thank you for joining me for the podcast today. I'm excited to talk to you because I like talking to you. Don't get me wrong, but I never really get to catch your streams, and when I do, you're always so focused on the game that I don't want to start like a serious conversation. So I'm hoping we can have some more in-depth conversations, nothing too serious. You know, I'm not going to ask you what the PIN number to your bank account is or anything of that sort. But I don't even
remember it, so good luck.
You don't remember your own PIN code?
I mean, I have to think about it every time. And then I cross my fingers like, I hope this goes through.
I hope that's for the payment being in there, not that you got the password wrong.
No, like the PIN when you're buying stuff and it's like, enter your PIN code. And then I'm like, I have a moment of panic where I'm like, oh, whoa, what is it? And then I type it, and then so far it's worked. But
remember when they invented PIN codes and it was supposed to make everything so much faster and safer than just swiping? I've never seen it ever be faster than swiping. You just swipe and the credit card goes through or not. Sometimes like the magnet would fail and you'd get that plastic bag to swipe it. But like the PIN code, the chip doesn't get read, or you're waiting for it to approve forever. It's not a fast process.
No.
So why did we ever change to it? Oh my God.
The tapping goes a lot faster.
The tapping bothers me because sometimes the tap
when
doesn't
I can
go
remember,
through.
Yes. Or I'm tapping where it says like, oh, you can tap your card. So I tap there, but it's actually like up above, and then I feel like an idiot.
Yeah. Like, or it's on the back. I've seen that at a restaurant where they hand me the tablet and they're like, oh, you have to swipe on the back. I'm like, why wouldn't you just give me that side to it? Like, come on. What are we doing here? Just invent a better system. I know. But I didn't bring you on to give you heck about how you pay for things.
Banking?
I mean, we very well could, but I'm in Canada. We have a completely different banking system, to my knowledge. Like, you guys don't use debit cards as much as we do up here in Canada.
Really?
I think you guys call it like Interact or something down there.
I don't know what that is.
It takes your money from your bank account instead of putting it on credit.
Oh, I mean, it's debit cards. Is that what you mean?
Yeah. You use debit cards? Man, yeah. I went down there and they never, I tried to pay for stuff with my debit card because I didn't want to pay with my credit card because it then charges me extra. So I was like, where do I put my debit card? And the people looked at me like I was some sort of alien. What's a debit card? And
where were you at? Were you at a strip club and they just wanted cash, or?
No, it was in Montana. I think it was like a Burger King or something, and also a gas station. Also, your gas stations require you to enter a PIN code or something, your postal code. The fuck is that?
Zip code. Your zip code.
Do you not like having Canadians buy your gas?
No, it's for if you're using a credit card, it's to verify that like you're the owner of that. You know.
See, I had to use 90210 because I don't know any other postal code down there. And I only know that because of that TV show.
That's funny. And it still took it, even though it didn't match
did, because I don't know any PIN
So maybe it doesn't have anything to do with the credit card itself. It just, that's what it asked for when you
I don't know. I got the gas. I feel like they just wanted to know where their customers are from.
Yeah, that could be.
But I did want to ask you some questions about like your crafting and your career on Twitch. Obviously, if you guys don't know, Heather's part of the Juice Bar. I actually was invited to the Juice Bar and I said no because I'm not a big fan of Twitch teams. Why are you on the Twitch Bar?
The juice bar?
Yeah.
Wait, but you're a part of Mocha Loco.
That's different, and I can get on that soapbox. I think the Mocos do teams right, where they treat it more like not like a corporation, but like a farmer's market kind of, rather than an actual team of like friends.
Yeah.
So I'm just curious, like, what is the bar like for you, and do you enjoy it? Why'd you join it? Tell me all the juicy drama of the juice bar.
There's not a lot of drama. Mostly I have been watching Juice since I think he had like 400 followers. Sheep raided into him one time, like right after I met Sheep also. And you know, he's just very entertaining and I like my fellow degenerate streamers, so I felt at home there, and then I just didn't leave.
That's fair. Did you know he's a guest next week?
Streams and then is he?
Yeah, I'm getting to talk to him next week. I'm going to be so excited because I got a lot to talk to him about as well.
Please wear some titty tassels for him.
I don't. Can you just wear titty tassels on Twitch?
I mean, you can if no one reports you.
I do have some people that would possibly report me. But you've watched him forever, and he's grown significantly, and kudos. He's done so much cool stuff, and that's why I want to talk to him. But you joined because you know him and you love him?
Well, yeah, because because I never left, then he made me a mod like a long time ago, and so I've modded for him for quite a while. So
what's it like modding for
him? It's actually really easy because he does most of all the stuff himself.
I know that feeling.
And he also likes to play with his food. So if people come in and try to troll him, he usually likes to he'll give into it for a little bit and ask him questions or kind of egg him on a little bit. But so it depends on what kind of mood I'm in and what the troll is saying. Like if it's sort of harmless or isn't super offensive and they're just talking shit, then I'll let it go. But usually if it's if they're trying to be offensive, then I just shut it down.
Does he even get that much hate?
And ask questions later.
I'm gonna have to ask him about all the trolls and stuff because I hardly get trolls these days. Unless I'm on the front page or something, that's the only time I really see anybody pop in. Or if I'm doing a weird game or ZamCon, we had a couple for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would say recently I don't think he's had a lot. It sort of just varies, A lot of times people will come in and talk shit about him being bald. It's oh, okay. It's when people try to call me fat as an insult. I'm yeah, I'm aware. Thanks.
I didn't think you were that fat, but I get the bald for my own community.
I mean, just in general, when people use stupid shit like that as insults, it's I'm aware. You got to come up with something better than that, basically.
I feel like as a streamer, if you can't handle that sort of stuff, you're going to have a bad time streaming.
Yeah.
You got to have thick skin.
I agree. And because I feel like I'm on for a lot of the friends and then obviously stream myself. So I just don't have patience for people if they're, you know what I mean? When they're clearly trying to get a rise out of you. And if I don't know you, it's different if I know you and I'm familiar with you. Zam comes in and tells me how terrible I am at games. He hasn't got banned yet. But a brand new person coming in, I don't know who you are off the street.
Wow.
And you say, you're so shitty at games. Why don't you get good, nerd? I would, I mean, yeah. I might give them a little bit of a chance to see if they're kind of just being sarcastic or you know what I mean. But then if they whatever, I don't have time for people.
When you say the friends, I know people on YouTube definitely won't know anything about that. I don't know if my community knows. Who are the friends of yours? Who do you define as the friends?
like, who do I mod for, or who do I consider friends?
Well, you
Because if
say
you're
you
gonna make me
mod for
name
the
friends, people are
friends.
gonna be upset with me that I forget.
It's okay. They're not going to watch it first off.
You're
Second
trying to
off,
get me in trouble.
I'm not trying to get you in trouble. I'm just, I want to point to Twitch being very clicky, and it's a conversation I'm definitely going to have Juice with his Juice Bar when we get there. Is that
it can
when I said no to joining the Juice Bar, it felt like I fell outside of the friends, out of the clique. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like, you guys all made your cool club, and I was invited. Don't get me wrong. I shot myself in the foot and said, no, I don't want to go with the cool kids. I don't want to be part of the friends. I want to be a lone wolf, bark.
I mean, there are people on the Juice Bar team that I don't know very well. I still consider them part of the team. I don't have anything against them. I just don't know them as well as like my core group of people that are on the team. But that doesn't mean that I'm like, hopefully I'm not like excluding them or like not giving them the same like
let me bail you out of this
other
hole.
team members.
It's very simple to say you don't have enough time to really get to know them. You know, so many people online.
It is true because I do work full time. So if there are people who stream like mostly during the day, during the week, I don't get I don't have time to, especially new people. I don't have time to check out new people. If there's people that I that I like to watch and they happen to be online during the day, then every once in a while I'll get to stop in, but not on a regular basis.
I get that because
Moko,
I also work full time.
Right?
Yeah.
Oh,
the Mokos have like hundreds, if not thousands of people in their team. I don't even notice when people join the team because it's so big.
I know. I feel bad because when I get raids and then I'm like, oh, I can't, there's way too many for me to remember if they're part of the team or not. So I never call out when people raid and they're, like, oh, they're fellow Moko Loco. Cause I'm like, I'm going to get it wrong half the time. So I hope no one, I
feel like you can pretty much say everybody's a Moko at this point and probably be right half the time.
Right.
But I was just curious.
I mean,
it's like
if it's a crafter rating, probably. What?
I was just wondering if you had the same perspective where, teams can get a little clicky, or, if I'm outside of the friend group, if you would consider that, or am I inside? What do you think? I'm just curious.
You specifically? Juice. I almost called you Juice.
Oh, just because we're both bald?
Yes. You're both bald Canadians.
True. Absolutely true.
No, I was gonna say, are you like trying to get back on the team? Because
no, well, I might join the team. Don't get me wrong. I have chewed on that one. But I've had really bad experiences with teams, which makes me not want to join a team, which is part of the reason I didn't join a team for almost a year until I did join the Mokos. And I only joined the Mokos because I saw a benefit to being on the team. Because if I were to get on my soapbox, I find Twitch teams completely worthless, where it's pretty much I just got partner. Let me make a team for all of the friends that helped me get partner, and we're just going to have this cool kids club, and eventually people stop streaming and it dies off and becomes nothing. Or it becomes like I can't remember the other team with the crafters. There's like a Naughty Knitters Club or something, Naughty Hookers something, where everybody from crochet was invited to be on the team, and it doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not a big fan of teams in the first place.
No, I get that, because I think there is, I mean, I'm not a partner. I don't have my own team, so I know little to nothing. But my opinion is that I think there is like a fine balance between like accepting anybody, like anybody and everybody, because then you're right, it feels like it doesn't mean that much, to where you keep it so locked down where it is a clique and it's the cool kids club, even if it's just what you consider cool, whatever. But you don't want to be so exclusive. I mean, again, if your team, it's your choice, right? But I think there is a balance between being like way too exclusive and then also like way too open, and not that I don't mean that to sound like, oh, people aren't good enough to be on the team. It's just when everybody is part of the team, it's like, what does that even mean now? You know, so
Right. I get that. I also noticed that you're part of the women's guild. How does that
I
feel?
am. Um, I so I was really excited to get accepted to it. I think it was last year, beginning of this year, I got accepted. And I was really excited, and then they added me to the Discord, and there were so many people, and it was so overwhelming. I have not done anything with it. Like, I haven't used it to my advantage at all, except to be able to say, I'm in the Women's Guild.
That's fair.
Because,
I
I
will
mean,
never be able to
they
say that
post,
because there's no men's guild. So
yeah.
I'm jealous. So I don't know what a guild does. I'm hoping you can give me the rundown and
Well,
maybe enlighten our people
so
here.
I think that if you're not overwhelmed with it and you want to like take advantage of things, there can be benefits to it, right? Because they'll post like opportunities, whether it's like sponsor stuff or like free games or whatever, right? So they're posting about that stuff. I think they might even have a mentor like
Shouldn't it be
uh
a woman
thing.
mentor?
Sure.
Sorry, that's a great. Come on. I can't believe I didn't even get a good laugh. Anyways.
Yeah, no. I guess that was funny.
Oh, okay. All right. A minute later, I'll get a guess. So, all right, cool.
But yeah, so if you wanted to dive in and take advantage and like meet people, um, I mean, you could. I'm just too when there's too much going on, then I tend to like shut down a little. As like open and extroverted as I seem, if I get overwhelmed, then I shut down.
How do you stop from shutting down then? Like, how do you handle that?
Um, Weed gummies.
Okay. Because for me, I don't shut down, but when I get overwhelmed, I start thinking about quitting streaming. That's when I know I'm overwhelmed because my knee
Mm,
jerk reaction is to pull away from a lot of what do you want to call them, commitments or whatever. And I'm like, okay, I
yeah,
need to stop doing something. Oh, I'll stop streaming. And I then
yeah.
go, oh, okay, I'm too stressed. I need to focus up.
Hmm.
So
I've had
I
that
don't
thought a few
I don't
times
shut
too.
down.
Like I could probably just retire. It's fine.
Well, why
I've done
do
it
you
for I've done
stream?
it for 3 years. I've like had fun with it. I could probably just be done.
I could see that.
Um,
But why do you stream and why haven't you quit?
well, I stream because I have fun doing it, and I started because I wanted to like show off all the knitting I was doing. And partly just prove that I could do it, right? Um, and now I've been doing a lot more terrible gaming, but I've been doing a lot of gaming lately. Um, which is fun. I enjoy that. Even having the friends come in and talk shit while I'm playing it. It's fine. Um, but yeah, I do it for because I work full time. So
Yeah.
it's not like I'm here, trying to hit partner, trying to make money, trying to whatever. It's more like I don't know. I have fun like talking shit with people, and like I don't know, helping people learn how to knit or cross
Have you taught
stitch.
very many people how to knit or cross stitch?
Yeah, I've taught Pix how to knit. I don't think he's done it since that stream, but I did get him to get a few rows in. I've taught Casa, Captain Casa. I kind of taught Juice, but it didn't go he didn't really take to it.
Why did he not take to it?
Um,
I feel like he would have just nailed it.
you know, no. It's just, it's just not his thing.
Okay. That's fair. So you teach people how to crochet, knit, cross stitch, how to do crafts, and you find enjoyment out of that. You find enjoyment to play games in front of people and get called stupid and dumb and bad at games. Okay, so is that enough to keep you interested? Like, you commented about how you sometimes think about quitting. Like, how do you get over those thoughts?
Well, I don't know. I usually just like if because I'll go like a week or longer, 2 weeks without streaming. Because I am like, if I'm busy or stressed with work or like other life stuff going on, I'm just like, I'm not. Sometimes when I'm done working and it's time for me, it would be the time for me to stream. I'm just like, I just want to relax instead.
Oh, I get
And
that.
so it's hard because when you do work full time, right? For me, the only time I have to stream is like during the week from like 5 or 6 p.m. to like 10ish, right? But that's like then I don't have time to make anything for dinner, and I have to make my husband go get like fast food, right? I depending on what I'm doing, even if I'm crafting on stream, I don't get a lot of crafting done. I don't know about you, but I get very distracted by
You have not seen my crochet streams where I get like 3 rows. It took me 8 weeks to get this done, which I could have done in one day without streaming. But yeah, no, I stream for 3.5 hours for crochet, and I end up doing maybe half an hour.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, oh, I need to get this thing done, so I'll work on it on stream, and then I don't get that much done. So then those days where I'm really stressed out and it's like, well, I could stream, but I could just like relax on the couch and actually get some like crafting done. So I usually just will like take a break for a little bit, and then mostly when that happens, because I'm still on Twitch watching the friends play, stream, whatever.
I see you everywhere.
I am.
It means we have great taste, or at least similar taste. When everywhere I go, there's Heather. I can clearly, if I'm not streaming, I know where you are, or at least not know where you are. We go to the same places,
right? Like where you probably could run into me, right?
The friends, as you would call them.
The friends like Black Sheep Meat and Captain Casa and Minty Pie and Look at All That Juice and Duo
Gemini,
and TL and Gemini Tiger
yeah.
and Pick Stitch and see, I told you, I start naming names, I'm gonna leave somebody off and they're gonna be hurt.
That's okay. They can cry a river and then you'll be like, it's not that I forgot about you. It's just a matter of my brain turned off, streamer brain. You know how it is. So why do you do all this crafting? You mentioned that you want to get so much of it done. You did it at TwitchCon even. Why? What do you commission out?
So the one that I was working on at TwitchCon, I do sample knitting for Pacific Knit Co. They design like color work charts. So if anyone in chat is a knitter, you're probably familiar with the Doodle color work charts by Pacific Knit Co.
I don't know nothing.
I know it doesn't mean anything to you, but so I'm on their sample knitting team. So basically, maybe like once a quarter, they'll send out an email and say, hey, we have like these handful of cowls and or scarves and or mittens or whatever that we need a sample made of. And so people will respond to me like, I want to, like, I'll make this one, I'll make that one, whatever. They send you the yarn and the pattern, you make it for them, you send it back to them, and then they pay you for it. So then so like I'm knitting samples for them for their use. Like they'll use it in like their, if they go to like a market and have a setup there, or they to
show off their pattern.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's not like they're selling the yarn.
Like, no, it's the pattern.
Okay. I thought it was like a yarn club that they send you yarn and say, show what you can make out of our yarn. Here's a couple patterns, but they're
Well,
selling the
so
pattern.
sometimes the yarn, they do have like yarn packs that they're like promoting along with whatever new pattern they're coming out with. So sometimes they will send you that yarn to use specifically for the sample. But it's just like they provide the yarn support, and then you make it and send it back to them. So the finished object belongs to them. They paid for it.
Yeah.
But they also supply the yarn. So
Without giving
um
me too much detail, like how
mhm.
much do you make off of that? That seems like it's a killer.
Well, it is if it would happen more frequently.
So it doesn't happen
uh,
frequently. Okay.
yeah, I would say like maybe once a quarter. So like the one that I just sent back was a standard cowl. Do you know what a cowl is?
It's a shawl thing that you wear on your head, no?
It's like a mini infinity scarf that goes around your neck.
An
A snood, I
infinity
think, is the one
scarf.
that goes over your head like a hood.
I thought a cowl is what you have on your cloak that you put over your head.
I mean, I think that can be, but I think when it's around your neck, it's the cowl.
Oh, okay.
Google it and tell me I'm wrong. I could be
You know
wrong.
what? I could literally do that, but I don't think I've added your camera to this. No, let me add that very quickly while I wait for Firefox to update. Does that fix it? That does not fix it. That shows both of our cameras. Wow. Just a little bit of quick editing on the fly, chat. Nothing to see here.
Anyway, that standard cowl they paid me $150 for it.
Cowl. COWL. It's a loose hood forming part of a monk's habit. They all look like hoods, but some look like you can take the hood down and it would look like a scarf. Oh my God, that guy. That guy with the cowl, he's bald and it goes all the way up his head. Today I learned that cowls can be scarves if you keep the hood down. Huh.
Yeah.
And so you make these
No,
and
I think we're both right.
I think we are. The hood's up in my imagination, and for you, it's like, oh, it's just sitting around the neck. I'm not up to date on
Yeah.
my monk fashion. So how often do you get those? Was it quarterly-ish, you said?
Yeah, about quarterly. So before this one, I do a lot of the standard cowls because the infinity cowls are longer and take more effort. They'll pay you more for it, but
is there much of a difference between cowl patterns? Because, like, especially infinity cowls.
So it's color work, and they make their own little doodle patterns. So like the one that I just knit was Halloween pets. So it was like a cat with a pumpkin costume and a dog with a hot dog costume on it.
Okay, you put
And so
patterns
they're
on
like,
them. Yeah.
yeah, they're like different. The doodles specifically are like different, like images, I guess you would say.
Fair enough. While I ask you the next question, I'm going to eat an Oreos that was redeemed in chat. It's a really stupid question, but I have to ask, how clean is your keyboard?
The one on my desk is, it's kind of gross. It's not as bad as my work computer that's in my bedroom. That one is really, I've had that one longer though.
Why is the computer in your bedroom dirtier than your non-bedroom
Because I don't clean either of them. I don't have the skills. I don't know how I'm supposed to clean it.
How long have you had the
Like,
keyboard?
how do you get, which one?
The dirtier
The work one?
Sure. Is it 8 years dirty?
It's like 5 years dirty.
Okay, because I literally just cleaned my keyboard on Tuesday there because I was having a bad week. I didn't want to crochet because there was no way I would have patience enough. I would get a knot and I would just throw it out the window. I cleaned my keyboard.
You break your crochet hook?
I have only broken one, and it broke upon me because it was made out of plastic. But I decided to clean my keyboard on Tuesday, which is fantastic. It's nice and clean now, and it's so weird to have a clean keyboard. But chat bullied me over the dirtiness of my keyboard.
Oh, how dirty it was, yeah.
Have you ever shown your keyboard on stream while crocheting or crafting?
Sometimes it ends up in the background, but it's it lights up, and it's like a slow like color transition for me, but on stream on the camera it looks like it's like flashing, so I usually push it out of the way just so it doesn't bother anyone. Like,
that's because it doesn't go at the same hertz as the same frequency as your camera, and I've seen that, and it's hilarious. My keyboard did it too. I had to change the frequency on my camera so it wouldn't flicker.
Oh, is that the trick?
Yeah, it's also the lighting
I don't know
behind
any tech
me.
stuff.
The lighting, if I change the colors, it changes the frequency, so it'll start flickering up, and it looks really
that reminds
trippy.
me. I meant to change my color. Damn it. Damn it. There we go. Look. Oh, look. Now it's purple.
And it's flickering just like we were talking. I love that.
Ah.
It mellows out, but it's fine. It doesn't matter. Nobody's going to get blinded by it or epilepsy.
No, but when it's in the background of the stream, I just feel like because people always comment on it, right?
Yes.
Like, oh, that's...
They comment on
not
your
even
keyboard
about
too?
It flashing, but yeah.
On it being dirty.
No, not on it being dirty, on it like being colorful and like flashing like that. And I'm like, oh yeah, sorry, let me move it out of the way.
Why do you like your keyboard flashy?
It's not flashy. It's a slow color change.
Why do you have any color? My keyboard literally has no color.
That doesn't surprise me.
Wow. Wow, that words hurt. Jesus. Why does that not surprise you? Do I look like some guy who needs color or not color?
It just feels like you would be angry about the color not being right or annoying you, or I feel like a plain simple black keyboard is your speed. Huh. Am I wrong? Chat, am I wrong?
You're not wrong, but at the same time, I just don't see the need for all the gimmicks. Like, I hate RGB in computers. I hate that my computer's puking out a rainbow. I come from the days where computers had no lights in them except for the trouble lights. And I prefer that. Why are we wasting energy?
I come from the days where there were no computers.
Technically, that's also true. I'm old.
I mean, same.
But no, I don't try and go for colors because I find that more of a distraction. I go for efficiency and utility.
Yeah, that also feels like Zam.
Yeah, and over here, you're more like, pretty colors. It goes slowly.
I do. I'm sorry. I like pretty colors. I like.
That's fine. If you need
I like
that,
rainbows.
feel free.
I like purple. I like. Purple,
I don't understand it is all. And I don't think if anybody tried to explain why they like colors, I doubt I would understand it, because I would not want colors at all. But nobody bullies you for your keyboard, so I'm going to assume your keyboard is perfectly fine, safe, not that dirty.
Because as you can see, my cameras are not the best quality, so they can't even tell that it's dirty. Really.
It's
like I'm not zoomed in enough to it. It's not clear enough with the flashing colors too. It like no one's looking at how dirty it is, even if they could see it.
Has anybody ever pointed out a mistake you've made?
On what?
For any of your crafts, like cross stitch or knitting, did anybody ever say, "Oh, you missed a spot," or "That was a double half knit instead"?
I don't think so.
No?
I don't remember. No.
So let me ask you a question, because I also wonder this myself. Do you think anybody ever actually watches the crocheting? Because nobody's ever done that to me. Nobody's corrected me. I've done so many things wrong that people should have pointed out. But it's like, I don't think they're actually watching the crochet.
I feel like every once in a while, not necessarily correct me, but people will ask like, oh, why are you doing this thing? Or why did you do it that way, kind of? And then I just explain it, right? But I have that same question actually because I think that a lot when I'm crafting. I'm like, does anyone really want to sit here and like is anyone really like locked into what I'm actually doing? Or are they just here to chat and jump scare me and whatever, which is fine. That's also fine. Um but yeah, I wonder the same thing sometimes. Like mostly like if I'm trying to like get my camera all situated so you can see what I'm doing, and then I'm like, oh, you can't see that very good, or that's kind of far away, you can't see it, and I'm like, does anyone care if they can see like
I
exactly what
argue
my hands are
nobody
doing? I don't
really
know.
cares. From my experience, they just
Yeah.
have you on as a second monitor. For me, I'm projecting onto you right now. They have me on another monitor and they're just
Yeah.
listening and they'll beak in on whatever I'm talking about, but
Yeah.
nobody ever looks at the crochet except for some people will just be like, "Oh, are you making another dick warmer?" "No." "Are you making a boob?" "Oh, ha ha ha, funny." "No." God damn it.
I mean, I did refrain from saying anything about it looking like dick when you showed it the first time.
It's a body with legs. It has little booties.
Yeah.
I'm freehanding this. I haven't put the arms on yet.
It does look a little dildo-ish, but
Yeah, but the character is very boxy of a body, which is why I did the torso that way. But it'll look less like a box when I put the arms on.
no, it's gonna look very cute.
Either way.
Well, so I do that myself as a viewer sometimes when I'm watching craft streams. If they're like new to what they're doing, I will try to offer. I don't want to backseat crafts, right? But if they're newer and if I notice, especially with knitting, if I notice like, oh, I think they're doing that stitch backwards, I'll mention like, hey, you're free to do it however you want, and if it's working for you, great. But did you know, like, you could try it this way? And then they'd be like, oh, I had no idea. Or sometimes they'll be like, oh yeah, I know, but it just works better for me this way. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then I leave it at that, right? But it's more like just trying to help people out if they're like, you know, seem like they're getting frustrated or struggling with what they're doing.
That's fair. What is the best project craft that you finished?
Oh man. People always ask this and I never have an answer for it because I can never remember all my stuff.
It's true.
I
Oh
have
my goodness.
I have ADHD, so as soon as I finish something and set it aside, like it's out of my brain.
I get
And
that.
I'm looking over here because I have like a mannequin thingy, a dress form thing, that I have like a bunch of finished shawls just like thrown over. So I'm looking at those. I'm like, oh, those are all really cool. I don't wear them. I just knit them and throw them over there.
Yeah. That's
I think I'm
fair.
gonna throw them
So
over there.
would you say shawls are your favorite thing to make?
Well, so I do enjoy knitting shawls. I don't wear shawls myself. Like it's just not something that I normally. It's never been like my style. I wear them every once in a while, but I also live in Southern California and it's warm here. It was like 80 degrees a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So I don't any of the stuff that I knit, um, mittens, socks, uh, beanies. I do like beanies because they're quick to finish. Um, so I feel accomplished because I knit something cool and I'm done with it versus the shawls that I like get halfway through and then get bored because it's taking too long and so I start a new one.
How long does it take?
It depends on the shawl, it depends on the pattern, the stitches, the techniques, right? But it takes a long time.
Do you have to count
Like you
much when
can't
you're knitting a shawl?
uh yes. It's
You have
similar
to
to
count?
crochet. You don't
Uh,
have to
the
it's
counting's
similar
the
to
worst part
crochet.
about crochet.
Yeah. It's similar because the patterns are similar, right? So it'll be like knit, knit 24 and then do this thing and then knit 15 and then do this thing and then purl 10 and then do this thing, right? So that counting, there is counting. And I fuck it up.
Of course, all the time. Everybody does, especially if you're a streamer, because somebody says something and distracts you, and you're not entertaining when you're counting to, I assume, hundreds when you're knitting.
Exactly. That's what I feel bad too, because I'll be counting out loud. I'm like, I'm so sorry that I'm counting out loud. This is not exciting to watch, but if I want to keep going with this pattern, I have to count this out, right?
That's when you do what I do, and that's when you count wrong and see if anybody catches you. And then you make a ha ha ha, you guys caught me, I was wrong, and then you just like, Kiki, I knew I counted wrong, and then you play it off, and nobody ever believes that you can ever count ever again.
Yeah, that's a good
it's a clever strategy. It's great for entertainment value.
It is. Except then I'd actually forget what I was counting and fuck it up anyway.
That's not good.
That's actually where because on my channel, like a lot of my emotes are frogs. I have a lot of frog stuff.
Why?
Because I have to frog my work, like frog knitting,
frog
I
never
crochet.
Put that together.
Yes, you did. Stop.
No, I honestly thought you were like my aunt that has this weird thing for pigs and collects every single pig figurine and plushie that she ever gets her eyes on. She literally litters her house with pig figurines everywhere, and it's like collecting dolls, and it's scary to me.
Yeah,
and so I just thought you were a frog person.
No, I'm not even like generally until now. I haven't not like a huge frog fan. I don't mind frogs, but I'm not like, oh, I need all the frog, stuff. But it just kind of grew out of streaming and having to frog things and making mistakes all the time and then bitching about the mistakes. And so I, added one frog emote as a joke, or actually it was some of my alerts I added as like, oh, frogs seem appropriate. And then on Etsy, there's just tons of cute frog emotes and stuff. So I add those. I have my twerking frog, I think is my favorite one right now. So.
Probably. I'm surprised that you still have it, because there are some people that, especially in like Pix's area, that have been reporting lewd emotes and getting people's emotes and stuff removed, which is really weird, because he had a gasm emote that he had reported.
Oh, I was going to say Pix is reporting him?
No, Pix got reported.
No, I know. I see.
And I probably would too, which is why I definitely don't have any butt-related emotes, because I feel like...
Definitely wasn't you that reported him?
No, because what's funny is that it got his gasm face removed for being reported. My gasm face, which was on his channel, was not removed or reported. So, like, if I were to report his emotes, it would be to get my emotes off his channel. Why would I report his gasming face and not mine?
But what is your emote called on his channel? Is it like Zamgasm, or is it called something else?
He removed it, I think, but I'm pretty sure it was Pick Zamgasm. Oh, I could be wrong, but if you put in Gasm, I thought he had 3.
My theory is, and I could be completely wrong, but my theory is that they have probably they do like a cursory, like they have a program that will go through and look at all the emote names.
I'm going to firmly disagree on that one, because so many emotes get through. If they had an AI looking at what emotes are being supported, or
not at what the emotes are, but like just looking at the name, specifically the name. So if I had like Heath 1 to whatever number mine is 149 or something, what I don't remember what it is, and then twerk.
When I do
if
gasm,
they're looking
there's
specifically
Craygasm,
for twerk
there's
emote.
Gorlath gasm, there's Jaddy gasm, there's like Twitch even has a gasm emote themselves.
I name mine different because I don't want them to come after me. So like
I could see the logic of where you're going, though.
Froggy. And then like I have a bee that's dressed as a ghost and holding a pumpkin thing, and it's a booby, right? But I can't name the emote booby because they're not going to allow it. I think I even had tried to name it, but like spelled it like Boobee, and they didn't allow it. And so then when when I got my instant upload or whatever, I just uploaded it myself, but called it something different.
I see where you're going with it, and I do agree that they probably do some sort of word filtering, but not emote filtering. And I can point out that the modus operandi of Twitch has never been proactive. It's always reactive. It's always somebody needs to complain before they do anything.
Yeah.
So
well, that's where whenever people are like, "Oh, is that TOS?" I'm like, whatever. Only if someone reports it.
Exactly. Or unless it gets on live stream fails and everybody makes a big ordeal out of it. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And even then, it takes a lot.
But I'm like, my little channel with, you know, my core group of people there, but like not the huge views, right? Like who's gonna know, like, unless I get someone who's like maliciously trying to get me in trouble, right? But like,
have you been in much drama? You seem like the kind of person who would never get in drama because you just don't give two shits. You're like, whatever, fucking banned, or ha 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 ha. Next.
Yeah. No, pretty much. It's like if you piss me off, or if I don't know you and you come in talking shit, it's just like, okay, goodbye. I don't have time to deal with it, right? And then like other shit, I'm just like, that doesn't involve me. I'm not getting in the middle of it.
All my drama has been with other streamers, and it's all because I have this weird thing where I want to not be parasocial, but I also want to make the friends and not just like fake friends, which is why we do the show here. And I've made friends with streamers that I say stupid shit, and I say one thing stupid, and people turn on a dime and go from friends to ultimate enemies, nemesis even, and try and get me banned from everything.
Well, I think that, like, I don't know, it's, if you're like a genuine person, because I feel the same, where I feel like I only really connect with people who I can tell are being genuine, or for the most part, I can tell are being genuine, right? And maybe I've been wrong once or twice, but I feel like a lot of times you can tell through their stream kind of who they are. Maybe not who they are behind the scenes, but you can tell like, they're kind of putting on a show or whatever. Maybe not. I don't know.
It depends. But I feel like there's people that are really good at masking how shitty of a person they are.
Yeah, that's also true. And then I totally forgot what my point was going to be after that. So
I'm sorry, I caused you to forget.
I did have a point there, but now I can't remember what it is.
Well, if you remember, we can always go back to it. Speaking of going back to things, I did talk about the Juice Bar and the Women's Guild. What other kind of organization, I want to call it, or group would you consider joining? Like, I know there's a creators club, I think Pix and Nine started that.
Yeah, I'm a part of that. I'm on the Artists and Makers Creator Club.
Okay.
I saw that look. What
I'm just wondering if there's anything else. Because I don't know what else is out there. I haven't joined that either. It's not because I hate them, because I hate teams. That one seems weird to me, that why would Twitch make a creators club? And I bet they don't do anything. It's all Pix and Nine and other admins that do stuff for the club.
Yeah, well, so that's another one where I joined. I got in the Discord. I did the first raid train that they did when it was like, oh, it's exciting, this thing started. But then I quickly got overwhelmed with all the Discord posts and stuff, and so I rarely go in there and look at anything. And so it's I don't know, it's one of those entitled, but I should do more stuff with it, but I haven't.
What would you do more with it though?
I don't know, maybe find new people to do some sort of craft collab with, or expand. But that's the problem for me, is I don't new people. I have to I can't just it's hard for me to just be like, oh, you're a new person, let's do this thing together. I need to
you know you
for a while. Yeah, I gotta feel out your vibes first. You know what I mean?
That's fair. So let me ask you, you mentioned doing a crafting collab. What did those entail? For me, the only crafting collab I've ever thought of and done is a Stitch and Bitch. What other collabs can you do?
Stitch and Bitches are fun. Like I said, I've done collabs where I taught people how to knit. You can, so we do like we've done like knit alongs, or really we should call them start alongs.
Yeah, no, there's no way you're gonna get a project done in one day.
Yeah. But we'll all start a project, and kind of whoever decided, who had the idea, they might ask a couple of people to join them on stream to start the project. And then some people go on to finish it, and then others, like myself, just
don't. I wouldn't. I would lose interest in a work in progress the second I'm not involved or thinking that it's valuable, especially if it's a collab. And let's say you and I decide to make frogs, I would be like, there's no fucking way I'm continuing this fucking frog. Not a chance. I don't want to make a frog. If I did, I'd immediately think about giving it to the Mokos for a giveaway for charity. It's not because I hate you. It's just because I don't want to do a frog. Now, don't get me wrong. Somebody asked me to custom crochet a frog. Sure, I'll do it. But like, oh boy, if it's not your idea, for me, it's hard to buy into.
Yeah.
To complete anyways.
But that's part of the collab piece of it, right? So if I said, hey, you want to stream together and like crochet this frog at the same time? And you're like, no, I fucking hate frogs. Can we crochet this bird instead? I'd be like,
that's not the attitude I have. I would be absolutely, I'd love to do a frog with you. And then after doing that stream, I'd be like, and it's done. I'm not finishing it.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you should instead just be like, I would love to crochet something with you on stream. Not a huge fan of frogs. So either we can pick our own projects, or can we find something that we could both do and enjoy and finish?
I don't enjoy a lot of things, I tell you what, so I just go with the flow. I feel like I would step on way too many toes or redirect what we're doing for way too many collabs, which is why I stick to gaming for almost all of my collabs. I've done very few collabs for crafting.
So what game could we collab together? You want to play a game with me?
Well, we could definitely think about it offline. There's very few co-op games that I haven't done. Have you done Split Fiction?
No, I haven't.
Well, I bought it because I was going to do it with Stormy, and then Stormy did it with Chewy. So I know that you can play it with the friend pass and not own it, and we could possibly do Split Fiction. I just need to find a day to do it, because Tuesday is my crafting, Thursday I talk to my friends, and then Saturday right now I'm playing Hades, and then I'm moving over to Clair Obscur Expedition 33 because everybody's ranting and raving about it.
It's so good. It's really good.
Well, I'll find out.
They're ranting and raving about it. They're ranting and raving about it with good reason.
Everybody ranted and raved about Baldur's Gate 3 too.
I know, but Zam is just a known hater, so no matter what, it could be the best game ever that everyone in the world likes, and Zam's gonna be like, that, you know why that game was shit? Because I'm a hater.
I've never once said this is shit because I'm a hater. I always have very valid reasons and criticism.
People are agreeing with me.
No, just don't look at chat. Just believe me. My criticism is valid. But we'll see how Clair Obscur goes. Have you did play it? Did you do it on stream?
I haven't. No. No,
why
because
not?
because I get easily distracted. So, and it's hard for me to pay attention to the game and pay attention to chat at the same time. So either I'm paying attention to chat and then missing what's going on in the game. And some games it doesn't matter, right? Or I'm paying so much attention to the game that I'm completely missing chat, and then I feel terrible when I'm done streaming, like, oh my god, I like completely ignored everybody, or like missed so many chats, or I wasn't very attentive when someone rated me. I was just like, oh hey, playing this game. See you later, right? Like, I don't know.
Why don't you do like
it stresses
some
me out a
people
little
do
bit,
where you have
so.
text to speech so you don't miss chat and they're all read to you?
I mean, I could. Someone would have to help me set that up because I can't do tech stuff.
Oh my god, you're a streamer. I've never understood how streamers can get into the business without knowing how to do tech at all, because that is the nightmare of every streamer is tech. When something fails, like I had Stream Deck fail on me just literally starting the stream. And if I wasn't a tech guy, I would have been screwed. I would have been like, well, no Stream Deck for today.
There's been a couple times where I rage quit because shit just wasn't working. I'm like, well, what's just not happening today? Goodbye.
So who does your tech? Is it Iron Kill?
Usually he is the victim. He's my well, not in-house, but like he's my on-call tech support. Yes.
On call. Does he charge by the hour?
He should.
Oh my goodness. So do you like do it over Discord where you share your screen, or like how does that work?
Sometimes it depends on what the issue is or what I'm struggling with. Sometimes he'll just like send me a video and be like, here, just watch this and follow along.
So
which I can do sometimes myself. Like I'll go to YouTube and search videos like I'm trying to do this thing. And sometimes it works well, and then other times I get like halfway through and be like, this isn't working, and I think I've totally screwed something up, and then I'm like, Iron, are you busy?
Oh my goodness.
What are you doing right now?
How did you even get set up to start streaming? Did you use Streamlabs or something?
No, I've used OBS from the beginning.
Okay.
But it was really basic. Like I didn't have a face cam when I started. If you will recall some of Juice has the clip saved, but from my first stream, because it's like cleavage, overhead camera cleavage clip.
I want to now see this clip. Not for any personal reasons, for research, of course, respectfully. But that's interesting. So you started early as a boob tuber then?
Not fully, but like kind of as a joke. Like, oh, here's my overhead camera. I'm knitting, but you'll also see a little cleavage, you know?
Okay. Did that work? I mean, obviously
there's a few people who like probably tuned in just for that, but for the most part, people were there for the actual crafting, and I was like, oh damn, I gotta rethink what I'm doing.
So you've moved away from it?
Not sorta. I mean, it's not the focus. I still joke about it, and I was still.
I mean, if you've got it flaunted, I wish that I had something that I could just be like, oh, I got boobs too. Look at me, I'm Zell Sam. I got boobs.
It's actually like I've just got I don't want to say lazy, but like, I'm like, I just want to be comfortable. I just want to, whatever I'm doing, like, I just want to throw on a t-shirt and pajama pants. And like, a lot of times I just have my hair pulled up because I don't want to mess with it. Or that's when I use my trash can PNG or my gamer frog PNG. And so I don't even have to be on camera. And I can just do PNG.
But I understand there's a lot more social emphasis on women to look good when streaming. Like, you gotta do your makeup, you gotta do your hair. Otherwise, people come in and be like, "Oh, you look tired. Oh, you're fat today. Oh, you look like you're trash." I get it. I look like trash every day, so they don't get anything fancy.
That's what I'm like. I gotta put a lot of effort into not looking like trash. So a lot of times it's easier to, like, if I'm gonna stream. If I didn't have to be on camera ever, I would stream way more often.
Really?
Yeah, because I wouldn't.
You do have gift tubers, so why not?
I don't know, because then I get in my head about, oh, like people want to see my face. If let's say I'm playing a scary game, it's not as fun to watch, the trash can react. Even though I'm screaming, you can hear me screaming. But you're not seeing me react. And so then I'm like, oh, I should probably be on camera for that. I don't know. I overthink everything. So, I mean, I guess I could just.
I think about nothing. It's part of why I'm a great streamer is I never have that concern of, do I want to push the start stream today? It's more like, did I actually push the button? I have this thing recently where I push the start stream button and I start my music. I'm jamming out. I'm getting hyped for stream.
You forget?
And 3 minutes later, I notice it's not streaming. I go, what the hell? And I realize it's because I'm not clicking the letters of the button. I'm clicking just off of it. So it doesn't actually start the stream. So I have to like click twice. But, which one's that one? What? I forget the name.
This is Xena.
Xena. Okay. And you have 2, right?
Yeah.
I can't remember
So
the other
is
one
the other
either.
one.
Oh, okay.
So she.
I've only ever seen them like once when they were in the background on the couch while you're streaming. I was like, give dog cam.
Yeah, I know. I need a dog cam, but the other one, you can't. She's the black dot back there in the blur.
It's clipped out for chat. They won't see it.
Oh, perfect. Even better. She's back there laying on the heating pad, but.
Why don't you go full in on VTubing aside from the scary games and jump scares to see your face?
I don't know. I mean, I could. So when I started playing Silksong in September when it came out.
And I bullied you all the way on that one. You were like the only person I watched play that game, by the way, because you sucked. I don't mean that insultingly, but it was
what terrible
far more
things you have to
entertaining.
say about Silksong? Let's get it out.
Oh, it's just that they didn't learn from the first one. So I hated Hollow Knight for a lot of game design, and it looks like they basically copied the same game design, flipped the map upside down, and said, okay, but now it's harder. And I said, I don't like the game design in the first place, and the fact that you didn't learn not to have enemies that screech at you for nothing. Oh. Like the Banshees and Silksong, the entire areas, I will never play that game for that area.
Oh, that the one where I was stuck in for a long time.
Yes, the Banshees that scream every single time and drop absolutely nothing, no loot, no geodes, no nothing, and they just screech at you. And they don't screech once; they screech every attack. It's just like, shut the fuck up! I don't want this bleeding ear sound in my ears all day. Why would I ever want to play that?
Because it's fun.
Yeah, except for that part. And I'm sorry, that part would not be fun. I would hate it entirely.
That game isn't for everybody. It's fine. But I loved it. I haven't finished it. But when I started playing that, I wanted to play it like so much because it just came out and I was having so much fun with it that I was just using the gamer frog that I have. That's like a frog with headphones and it has a little controller and it sticks its tongue out, whatever. I use that so I wouldn't have to like get ready for stream. I could just turn it on and be like, I'm streaming. I want to play this game. I'm streaming. And I streamed a lot that month because I could do that. So I don't know. Maybe I should.
Maybe. I feel like if it's the barrier that's stopping you from enjoying the craft, I would say just bite the bullet and do it. Suffer the negative consequences. I have a lot of opinions on VTubers, and I'm not very rock solid on them. I used to be, but VTubing's come so far. My biggest problem with VTubing is just purely the quality of models is critical, and if you have a very bad model, I find you're basically wasting your time trying to even VTube. But if you can't stream without it, that makes sense.
Well, but that's why I just do PNG instead of like a full like VTube setup thing, right? Because it's expensive for one to get a good one, and I'm not. I mean, anime is fine, but I'm not like a huge anime fan, and I feel like that's what most of them are styled after, and that's fine. That works for whoever's using it, but. I don't know. I like the silly, like, I like looking like a trash can when I'm playing like trash, right? In Silksong, and Zam comes in and tells me how shit I am.
Oh, my goodness. That's fair. So,
yeah.
I guess one of my future questions was going to be, what is the, what do you find the most work of streaming? And I assume it's going to be getting ready to stream, being presentable.
Yes, that is probably the biggest. That and all of the tech stuff that comes along with it.
That you can't
even
do.
If it's just, yeah, exactly. Even if it's just remembering like what things to turn on in what order so things work correctly.
Oh my God, that drives me bonkers every time. That's why I try and have a very minimalistic stream.
Yeah, same. And then usually someone will come in like Iron and be like, oh, no Tangia. And I'm like, oh, no. It's just because I forgot to open the damn thing.
How do you forget to open it? It's a website for me. I always forget to stop it for the podcast.
Because Iron convinced me to download the
on-screen stuff
monitor overlay, and so that one I have to like click on the little app.
So in other words, he's still using the 10G. It's just not showing through because you didn't open it.
Yeah. Like people, and then I feel bad because like people probably paid bits to use it, and then I forgot to turn it on.
That does feel bad. I have it as the monitor. I did download the monitor. The problem with that is I have a 2 PC setup, so I can't do it for like this setup because it's on the other computer, because that's where I would be playing the game, and the monitor I would be looking at, because if I put it on my stream monitors or otherwhere, they're not in my main focus. So maybe I should do that with mine.
I did it because before, like if I'm playing a game and then OBS is on the monitor over here, but I'm playing the game on the monitor in front of me, and then someone does a Tangia, like a jump scare, right? The sound might startle me a little bit, but if it's over here off to the side, it's like easy for me to ignore. And not that I love being jump scared, but I also feel like if people are going to pay like some bits to do it, then it should be worth it, right? Didn't realize how scared it would, like how bad it would get me every time having it come actually directly from the middle of your monitor that you're staring at intensely playing a game, and then it just comes out and screams at you, and I scream every time.
How do you feel about jump scares? Because clearly you like them and you have them on.
Yeah, I don't mind them. I think they're funny. I generally am not like, I don't like to be jump scared a lot, but I've gotten used to it on stream, and I think people think it's funny, and I think it's funny when I see other people get jump scared. So it's like, well, if I'm gonna dish it out, I got to be able to take it. You know what I mean?
You prefer to watch streams with jump scares, is what I'm hearing.
I do like jump. Yeah, I like to jump scare.
Why? I'm so confused by that.
I don't know. It's just funny.
I just have the complete other perspective where I don't want to annoy, especially the lurkers that make Twitch go round. And the last thing I want to do is have a very loud noise that if somebody has me on a second monitor, that it goes screeching in their ears, maybe they'll tune out right away. And I'm one of those people that, oh my God, you played a screeching sound, I'm going to go to a different channel where I don't have to worry about my ears hurting because you don't know how to turn the volume for your jump scares down for chat so they don't get just completely wrecked in their ears. And I find it such an annoyance that it will drive people away. And I'm like, I don't want to do jump scares. I also don't get jump scared. I get jump pissed off.
Oh, yeah.
So it would never work for me, but I also hate streams that have it because it's just like I'm getting annoyed by this, not I'm having fun with this. I can see the appeal of spooking somebody and going hee hee hee, but as a random person that's not doing the spooking, I kind of hate it. And I stand by that, but I don't understand your guys' perspective that enjoy it.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, so you're not even going to try and explain yourself, Kay?
I'm not. I'm just gonna accept that Zam hates jump scares. Zam hates
I feel like almost I would almost say 60% of people would hate jump scares on a stream, except for those that abuse it.
I mean, I have had people, come out of lurk and be like, "Oh my God, that made me like throw my phone across the room or whatever." I'm like, "Oh, sorry," but also most of the people who, like, if it's a new person, I feel a little bad. But I also usually, at least when I get raids, not every time, but when people raid in, I try to remember to be like, hey, it's usually pretty chill here, but there's also jump scares. So like, if that bothers you, just know, and you're not going to hurt my feelings if you don't stick around. That would bother me
so much to have to explain that every single raid. I'm not bragging about that. I don't explain
every single raid, but if it's been like, excessive
just
jump
feel like
scares
that's
that
a lot
night,
of
then I
work.
give people a heads up.
Having to explain. That's like
that's fair.
somebody saying, "Oh, welcome to my stream. We're M for mature. If you're not 18, get out." Oh my God! If I have to explain that you don't know what M for mature is and you shouldn't be here, why do I have to explain everything? But that's my attitude on it. So I don't know. At least you enjoy it and you get paid for it, right?
I mean, not as much as I should. I should probably up the bid amounts for as frequently as they happen. But no, it's fine.
That's fair. So I want to know more about you off stream. What kind of weird obsessions do you have? Like if you were to be on my wild addiction or something, what would your wild addiction be?
Um,
Not collecting frog emotes, that's for sure. Or pig statues like my aunt.
I don't know. Yarn probably doesn't count. I collect a lot of yarn and then don't use it.
I feel like anybody that does crafting collects a lot of yarn.
I was gonna say, I think that's the craft. That's just a crafting thing.
Yeah. Except you never collect the good yarn. You run out of that and then you buy the bad yarn and go, I hate this yarn, and buy new yarn.
Yeah, pretty much. Or have lots of really nice yarn, but none in the color that I need or the size that I need or the amount that I need. And so then I have to buy new yarn.
I've yet to run into that problem. All of my yarn's the same size.
Really?
Yep. Well, except for the blanket yarn, that's a different size, but everything else is basically between 4 to 5 or 4 to 6, maybe. I think it's the biggest I've gone.
Mm-hmm. You like it thick?
No, I don't. I like it tight.
No. That's also a good option.
I death grip it to where the yarn squeaks when I crochet.
Oh, no.
I was taught wrong as a joke.
As a joke?
I say that all the time, but like I don't think she meant to taught me wrong. I think I just misunderstood, but honestly it's a teacher that failed the student here. Let's be honest. I'm perfect.
Yes, you are.
For me, my weird obsession collection thing would be coins. I have a bunch of pennies on the shelf behind me. However, I can't collect pennies because we don't have any in Canada. So they kind of killed my collection, so I stopped collecting coins. You don't collect anything? You don't do comic books or Funko Pops?
No, because I have, like, my place, if you can't tell by the, well, maybe if you have me cut down, you can't really tell, but it's very cluttery around here. And I try really hard to not add to the clutter, but I still do. But because of that, like anything that I would even think about, like, oh, I should collect that. It's like, nope. What are you going to do with it? Put it on the table over here with a bunch of other shit and never look at it? No.
Do you have any obsessions, like of reading, of board games, painting, anything like that?
Ma'am, please. Can you hear her growling?
Not really. Not much.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, I do like board games, but I'm not like obsessed with any of them.
All I'm hearing is you're really boring offline.
Probably.
You go to work,
to most people.
You play video games and craft, and that's your life.
I mean, what I am obsessed with, like, music trivia games. Like,
I saw you do a lot of that.
I love What's a Music. I really like the cross tunes that
and you do that
Fred Nudo does. No, just on stream. Like on other people's streams when they're
So how do you practice your music trivia? How do you know so much about music? Do you not go on Wikipedia or pop up Munch music
No,
videos?
Because I'm old and I've listened to music for 45 years now. And my dad has a huge record collection and like a pretty pretty eclectic music taste as well. So I was exposed to a lot of
Was he a
music, different types of
musician,
music.
or was it just
Mm-mm.
he liked random
Just a
music?
stoner.
Okay. Is that where you also learned how to do weed?
Yeah, probably.
That's
No,
fair.
not from him, but that's probably where I got the like don't care attitude about it.
Okay. Do
Yeah.
you do much weed or recreational drugs, alcohol, anything like that? I feel like you probably don't, because
He,
you outed yourself as being really old, and old people don't do drugs typically.
Sam's trying to get me in trouble again.
I'm not talking about illicit drugs. Oh, wait.
Oh,
No, California has legal weed, doesn't it?
yeah.
So how is
Yeah,
that possibly?
we can get weed delivered. I might have mushrooms in the freezer. I don't
For
eat them
cooking?
very often. Hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
When I actually leave my house at night and go out for like a night of fun, I'm not opposed to certain fun enhancing substances,
Okay.
but it's not a regular occurrence because I am old and boring and I'm usually sitting at home knitting or cross stitching on my couch, watching other Twitch streams.
That's fair. Doing
Maybe
market
hanging out in a
research.
VC or something. Yeah, exactly.
What kind of VC? Is it a juice bar VC? Because I usually hang out with the Pix VC.
Yeah, we do have a juice bar VC.
Well, maybe I should join the team just so I can shoot the shit with you guys while I do editing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But you did mention you had a husband, correct?
Yes.
How does he feel about you being a streamer?
I don't think he cares. Here's the thing. He ignores pretty much everything I do.
That doesn't sound like a very good relationship to me. I'm no judge. I'm single.
Yeah, well, it is. It is what it is.
D-
No, but yes.
is that something that relationships have? Should I be looking for a girlfriend that doesn't care?
You should probably look for someone who like supports what you're doing, but maybe doesn't like isn't going to be like, I can't believe you said that on stream. I can't believe that you make dick jokes all the time. Like,
I don't. When
he's
have
right.
I ever made a
No,
dick joke?
I'm not saying you. I'm saying me.
Oh, okay.
Because I've had people be like, did your husband hear what you say on stream? And I'm like, he can if he want. He's literally on the other side of this wall, and then this big door is open. He can hear everything I'm saying.
Yeah.
Normally he has his headphones on and is either listening to music or playing Call of Duty or something, and
He's a gamer
probably
as well.
is not hearing probably not hearing half of the stuff that I say. But also he's not it wouldn't surprise him to hear the shit that I say. I just say wild stuff.
Have you ever thought about bringing him in on the content for some things like a baking stream or
No, I mean, I've asked
stream?
before. I've asked once or twice before, like, oh, do you want to do like a collab stream with me and we could play this game, or I could teach you how to knit or whatever. He's like, no.
So he's camera
Not
shy is
interested.
what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I think so.
That's fair. I understand that people like their privacy. I assume he doesn't watch much Twitch then. I don't blame him if he doesn't.
No. As far as I know, he doesn't watch any. Okay. Not even me. And I've given him shit about that. Like, you could at least like come and lurk, pull me up when I'm live, you know. What?
Why would you want to subject your husband to such a boring and terrible stream?
Oh my God. I don't know, because maybe then you could give me pointers on like how I could improve.
Your stream or your gameplay?
Probably both.
Well, do you even want to improve your stream? Because it sounds like you're more of a hobbyist instead of a want to be famous.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, I mean, if that happened, that would be cool, but that's not what my goal is, right? Like if I somehow became a little more popular and had more people hanging out, that would be cool, but I'm not, that's not my goal. I just, I don't want to say I'm set in my ways, but like, I have a certain way that I do things, and I'm okay with it. I know not everybody is gonna like it. I know people might be annoyed that my camera doesn't look nice, or that I always knit off stream, like I can't keep my stuff in frame because I'm not paying attention. That I am like, you know, that I say fuck a lot, or I don't know, that it's
You
just, that's
can't
just how I
please
am.
everyone,
Or
is what you're trying to say.
exactly. So I don't try. I just, I do what I like, and if other people like it, they'll be there, and if they don't, then there's plenty of other people that they can find that will be their vibe.
Okay, this is a question that I really wanted to hear from you, because naturally you have done some thoughtish things where I need to ask, what was the weirdest comment that you've ever had on your stream? Like, could have been somebody popping in and saying, "Hey, nice boobs," or something stupid.
So honestly, I thought I would get a lot more of that. And I don't know if it's the settings that I have. So I have where you have to have not only a verified email, but also a verified phone number to be able to chat. And I've had people that I recognize from other streams, they'll like whisper me and be like, I can't chat in your stream because I don't have a verified phone number. I'm like, okay. Sorry. I'm not changing the setting because it's kept a lot of, I feel like it's kept a lot of the trolls away, right? Oh, you're getting a raid here. I'll
I
shut up
see.
and you.
Chin always comes in while I'm doing this podcast, where he knows that I can't just stop in the middle of a conversation.
He
And
just
be like,
wants all the
Heather,
attention.
shut up! I got to bring Chin in every single recording. If you go back, watch this podcast every week, Chin raids, and I go, "Hey Chin, thank you for the raid. I'm interviewing so."
Chin's like, look at me, look at me, look at me.
Yeah, it's because he does Chin Cultured on Thursdays, where he reviews everybody's clips that he sends them, and I actually think it's a pretty cool segment. I want to do something similar.
Nice.
And then he always ends before me, so he comes on in and he raids, and it's a terrible time, and his community then gets upset that I don't give him enough love and stuff. Thank you, Chin, for the raid. I appreciate your support. I love you.
Sam, we were just talking about finding a partner who loves and supports you in what you do, and Chin is here saying he just wants to support your new project.
Every week. Every week.
Yeah.
I appreciate it regardless. I'm never going to be unappreciative of a raid, even if it's one person, unless it's Conan. Anyways, he was one of my first guests, actually, Chin, for the podcast, and I want to bring him back on, because I find that by spending 2 hours even just talking to people is not enough. Holy cow, like 2 hours flies by. I don't know if you've noticed, but we've already done an hour and a half, and I still have half my questions of topics to go through.
I mean, I ramble a lot too, so
people asked while I was asking you what was the weirdest thing you've got, and then I see this highlighted message in chat, and it's pretty weird. I would like to rub your ears with truffle oil and call you my little mushroom.
Was that for you or me?
That was highlight. It's got to be for me, because I don't think
or both
anybody
at the same time. I'm down if you're down.
This is that would be a weird situation. I'm not gonna lie. But do you have anything weird that tops that message that came in with Chin's wonderful raid?
No, not that I can think of, and maybe if Iron is still here as one of my top mods, he might remember some, but I think the one recently somebody came in and was like, oh, I sent you a whisper. What was it? It was basically, so I was like, okay, let me go look and see what this person sent me. And it was like, oh, I have a question if you'll do something for $1,000 or something. It was like, but it was like very vague and like, and so I just ignored it. And then he messaged, well, I assume it was he, I don't know. They messaged again in chat and was like, oh, I messaged you and you didn't say anything. I'm like, oh, I saw it and it was a really fucking weird message, so I'm not answering it. I'm like, but if you want to say, like, if you want to ask me here in chat what it was that you wanted me to do, and I didn't even say for $1,000 tip or whatever he said it was going to be, and never said anything after that and disappeared. Well, I don't think we even had to ban him because he just disappeared.
To be fair, I wouldn't have done it anyways. I have a fear of chargebacks, and that screams chargeback to me. They'll get you to do something and then revoke it. No, thank you.
I'm like, I maybe it's my age, but I think everything is a scam. Anything that is like out of the ordinary, I'm like, that's a scam. I'm not falling
Is that
for
a sign of me getting old?
Probably.
Because I've basically considered everything a scam now. Like, somebody messaged me for the first time on Discord in a long time with not a link, but a code, a discount code for a gambling website. I went, either you got a new sponsor or this is totally a scam.
Yeah.
And of course it was a scam. Yeah. He had his Discord hacked, which is so weird. Yeah. I don't know how people get their Discord hacked. Just don't click weird links. Maybe I'm special that way and I'll get my Discord hacked eventually and I'll have to eat these words.
No, I don't think either of us will because we think it's a scam, so we're not going to click on it.
Maybe it's just I'm paranoid of everything.
Yeah. I mean, same.
I don't know if it's a sign of age or intelligence.
If I don't know you, I don't trust you. Sorry,
yeah, that's true.
Like you have to prove yourself for a small length of time at least for certain things, right?
So how did I prove myself worth your ability to make weird comments like you suck at video games? How did I get that level of trust, companionship, if you would?
That's a good question because I think when you first came into my stream, I was like, what is this guy talking about? Because you would just make like weird comments that didn't, I'm like, that does.
What kind of weird comments do I say?
I don't even know what those weird words mean together.
What do you mean? Every time I make a comment, they're always pure 100% English, no typos, perfect grammar. Like, I don't understand what your problem is. My comments are always understandable.
I should go to my chat and look up your past messages and scroll all the way back to like the first ones and read them for everybody.
I mean, that would be great content because I don't know what was so wrong.
I don't remember
with my messages.
Let me see if I can find them.
Even chat is saying for real, Zam makes no sense as a chatter. Honestly, Zam mood, average Zam experience. That's so Zam.
I have not lied once. There are no lies being told here.
My quote system is me talking, not my messages in Discord or in other people's chats. My messages are amazing. Napkin, thank for the bits. He said she's against bullying, so you know she's just being honest. Are you against bullying? Because you allow me to bully you pretty well, so I feel like you're not against bullying.
No, I am for bullying amongst friends.
Okay.
I'm for, like, if I know you and I know that the intention is not, like, it's not malicious intent, like, you're just talking shit, I'll talk shit back to you. If you're a brand new person and I don't know you, I take it as bullying and then I'm like, bye. Bye. You're just trying to get a reaction out of me and I'm not going to fall for it.
So why do you let friends talk
to you that way? Because it's a scam.
It's
probably a scam.
It's not a scam, but why do you let friends talk to you that way?
I don't know, because sometimes I like it a little rough,
I forgot those are things that you can use channel point redeems on. How people can say, that you're a good girl, Heather.
And the dirty girl song.
See, I personally have a very extensive and well thought out reason why you should bully your friends. And I'm not going to get on that soapbox, but I was wondering if you even gave it half as much as thought as I did. And I use it as cope for a reason why I can bully my friends. But anyways, so you don't get weird comments, and I find that weird.
I think it's because
it's all your admin.
One, my security settings. Two, because I am normally in like makers and crafting. for the most part, right? And I feel like that category in general is pretty chill. And 3, if it is something weird, I either ignore it or I shut it down by banning or just being like, you're being a weirdo, go away. But I usually don't even go that far because I feel like if I call it out that way, it's just going to encourage them to like try to amp it up, right? So instead I'll read it and I just don't say anything. And then usually, yeah, Iron will like DM me in Discord and be like, do you want me to ban? I'm like, go for it. I don't care.
That's
or
fair.
I'll be like, you can like maybe don't ban, but like just if they say something else that's sus or whatever, go for it then. But like for now it's fine because they seem to have gone away.
Did you ever have to ask?
Very often.
Did you ever have to tell Iron Killed not to ban me? Because there's often times where I'm like, I'm pretty sure I've gotten under Iron Kill's skin a time or two, and I don't know. Like, I hardly know Iron Kill, and it's just like, I don't know if I pissed him off or something. I don't know. I think he likes me, but sometimes I don't know. You know, that's one of the hardest things.
Sure. You want the real answer?
Have I pissed him off? Because if so, I'd love to know how.
No. Between him and Grimmy, they both have asked me at different times, like, do you want me to say something to Zam? And I'm like, no, he's fine. Like, I know that's his way of talking shit, and it sounds harsh compared to how other people talk shit, but I'm used to it. If you are a brand new person coming in with that attitude, I'd be like, ban, goodbye, no time. I don't care if you have a check mark or not, get the fuck out, right? But because I know you and I know that that's like your way of like, I feel like that's your way, that's your like flirting style too, is like
my flirting style.
To neg people. Like
wow. Yeah. I'm gonna have to disagree with that one. I don't even know how to flirt, so I wouldn't flirt that way.
I feel like I can only imagine that your like dating apps are like, oh wow, you really did shitty in that game or whatever because you need to get good. What dating apps
do you think I'm on?
No,
Jesus Christ,
I have no idea.
That is not the same attitude I would have with a relationship. For the record, ladies and gentlemen, I don't choose this shit on my companions, and typically I would just entirely build them up. My flirting style, I feel like, is like bad dad jokes, and that's about it. Okay. An awkward flirting of woo, woo, and then I'm single. But no, I don't tear down people that I'm in a relationship with because I have a completely different perspective on that one, where I will bully my friends, and my commentary there is, if you don't push the line, you will never find where those lines are. But when it's in a relationship, I respect the person too much to even approach a line. That's my perspective there, is that I wouldn't want to even risk it. So I'm fine with risking friendships where I will say something dumb to people, and if they don't want to be my friend, so fuck them. Their loss. I'm a great dude, but I don't want to lose a relationship. So yeah, that's where I feel my personal self there.
So is this I don't know where who I remind you that Steps is. You called me ugly like 3 times?
Listen,
3
all right.
separate times, not 3 times in one day.
I wasn't trying to get in your pants when I said that.
It doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? Like, I feel like that's not only solidifying not getting in your pants, but it also is hilarious.
Maybe to you.
So is it not hilarious when people say I'm bald?
I mean, I don't know. I don't think, like...
Also, I don't think I straight up just said, Heather, you're ugly. It's usually something like, wow, Heather, your hair isn't up like normal. Did you feel ugly today? Or something like that.
I don't remember the exact words, but it's like, oh, she's not cute or something. She's not. But I don't remember. But it was.
You don't remember what I said, but you remember that it was basically me saying you're ugly.
Yeah.
Well, allow me to publicly say, Heather, you are not ugly. In fact, you look nowhere near as old as you say you are. And you know,
it's a filter, bro.
I don't believe it's a filter. First off, second off, yeah, I'm just gonna end it there before that compliment gets awkward.
Okay, so I found your very first chat in my stream.
What was my very first chat? Was it one of the ones where I was asking, you know, why I should follow you, why I should watch you? Because I do that one often.
No, not this one. It said, today I learned Americans eat 251.7 million pounds of pepperoni on 36% of pizzas annually, and that's a lot.
I love that copy pasta.
How do only 36% of pizzas only have pepperoni on it? There's a lot of cheese in Hawaiian pizzas.
It's true. How many people? I put pepperoni on so many pizzas. It's not like every third pizza I put pepperoni on it. That is such a great conversation. What do you mean? If somebody came in my chat giving me those statistics, I would have a conversation about that because it's a great conversation starter.
Yeah, but I think everything's a scam. So when brand new people come in,
was I trying to sell you pizza?
No, but I'm just like, I feel like it's like, I don't know. I take it as like people trying to like troll you into something and then they're going to turn it into something else. So I'm just like, I don't understand. We weren't talking about pizza. We were definitely probably crafting something.
So what you're saying is you hate my conversation starters. I will never start a conversation with you ever again.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
So let me ask you a weird conversation starter then.
Okay.
If you were to give me advice for my online dating profile, what do you think would be the best advice?
Well, I haven't seen your online dating profile. Would you like to share it with the class?
No, because then it doxes me. What about what made you like your husband? What was his thing that caught you? Was it a worm on a hook? Was he fishing?
No.
Oh.
So I met him before dating apps were like a big thing. 2008, end of 2007. So it wasn't online.
Okay,
it was just at the bar. It was just at the bar.
Did he come up and say something witty?
No, my friend was there. It was on New Year's Eve. My friend was there and decided she needed to introduce us, and she drags him all the way over from the other side of the bar and is like, "Hey, this is my friend Jugs," because that was her nickname for me. And I was like, I was not drunk. Everyone else was drunk. I was not drunk because I had just got there because I wasn't going to go out that night. And then I was just like, I'm Heather. I was not amused. I feel like I wasn't overly.
I'm so confused because sometimes it feels like you like being called names like Jugs. Other times you're like not amused. Where's the line on that one?
Well, I don't know. It just depends on my mood. You know how women can be.
I don't. I've been single for years. I tried to date somebody. It went for like 9 months and 3 dates. I don't know women at all. I tell you what.
No, I think in this case it was because like I don't know. I think I was more like trying to avoid, because I saw her like dragging him across and I was like, oh God, I got to get out of here. Like she's going to embarrass me. And then when she said that, I was like, I don't know.
So let me ask you
now I don't care. I don't care.
That's fair. Let me ask you a weird question then, because as a guy who has no jugs, how does it feel to be well endowed? Has it been a good
terrible.
life for you? It's been terrible. Okay. Explain why.
My shoulders hurt. My back hurts. They're hot. They're sweaty.
So that's hot.
I mean, Yeah, but
Yeah,
my
but
posture is terrible.
my
Like,
posture is terrible and I don't have them.
okay.
I'm not saying that I'm fighting your argument there, but I feel like that's all comments of just being old and not having big boob.
I mean, I feel like it's a mix, right? Like it's been, there are some great aspects to it, but they actually like are heavy and painful, and sure, you can use them to get a lot of attention if you want to or need to, and I've totally done that in the past. Plenty of times. But yeah, if I could like have them a little smaller without having to go through like actual surgery. You know what I mean? Like if I could just snap my fingers and be like, "Oh, you're a C cup instead." Be like, "Sweet, that works for me."
I know
Still
nothing,
enough there to play with, just not enough
I know
to like hang down and
about
sweat
bra
underneath.
sizes. I don't want to start learning about bra sizes like that. That's
fine.
too much math and stuff for me. I'm just going to assume they big and C is small. I don't know. I just choose to not go and learn that sort of stuff. I hardly know men's fashion. The last thing I want to learn is women's fashion because that shit doesn't make sense. None of it makes sense. Somebody was telling me about a size 0 the other day, and I was like, so is that no clothes? Apparently it is clothes, but size 0, like, I don't want to understand. And I always leave these conversations going, la, 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 la. Maybe I'm weird on that, but I feel like most guys should have the same attitude. And I really hope guys' clothes never get to the same point. I'm now being told there's a 00.
Yeah. There is, and there is a 00, probably in like actual tiny sizes, but then also in plus sizes. 00 is like the small, big sizes.
Why does fashion exist? Why can't we just go small, medium, large, maybe extra large?
I don't know. Like if I shop at Torrid sometimes, which is plus size clothing, but I'm on the small size of the plus size, so I do get size 0 from Torrid. Makes me feel good about myself, but it's still like a size like 14. And then 12 is like 00. But if you are in like the regular women's clothing, like 12 and 14 is on the higher end.
If I ever edited these episodes, these podcasts, I would literally be putting that math meme over me right now because this doesn't make sense to me. Nothing makes sense. I'm just glad I can wear a jersey every day. One of my questions was going to be, how do you decide what to wear for stream? But like, I feel like you said you just wear a t-shirt and pajamas.
Usually, yeah. Usually it is. Whatever comfy t-shirt is folded up and clean in my closet, then I throw that on.
Why does it have to be clean?
It doesn't have to be. People online aren't going to know if it's clean.
My chat bullies me so much because I leave my stream clothes on the floor here because it's like I only wore it for 3 hours. I can wear it another day. I've worn this jersey for like 2 weeks now, but I wear a shirt underneath, so it's like it's still clean.
I am sort of in that camp where, like, this shirt, for example, I put this shirt on right before stream. I took a shower right before stream, put this on. I will probably, as soon as we're done here, go put on an actual comfy t-shirt, and I'll probably hang this back up in the closet.
How is that shirt not comfy?
It is comfy. It's just not a shirt that I sleep in, and I like to wear clothes I sleep in. All day.
I mean, I can support that, I suppose, but like I just this year started wearing shirts when I went to bed, and it was because I didn't want to have a blanket, so I wore a shirt and had a sheet and called it a day. But now I started wearing shirts, and so I can somewhat understand that. Before that, I never wore shirts. Like if I was off stream, I would be bare chested.
Interesting.
And I've had concerns where I'd be sitting here bare chested and be like, is my OBS streaming right now?
Right. Exactly. I mean, I've I think every streamer has that fear because I'll do that every once in a while. I'm like, shit, did I click? Because I've also been recording some like cross stitching that I'm doing off stream, but recording it and then sending it to my, on-call tech person to make videos for me
You mean
that I can post to
Iron
social
Kill?
media. Yeah.
He takes care of your
But
social media and editing too?
sometimes he probably does need a raise, but
I would have figured Juice would have helped you out because he does editing for the community.
he's well, I did redeem that like years ago and then never sent him anything, but because that was he takes Juice usually does like he'll take your clips and do like a little video for you. And I don't think I have that great of clips, so I just never sent him anything.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, like there are some that are funny, sure, but then there's others that I'm like, it was maybe funny in the moment, but like now I need to clean them up too. But
that's why I hate the shout outs with the clips, is because I have not cleaned my clips up. People clip the darndest things, and some of it doesn't make sense. I tell you.
I like clip shout outs because I like seeing other people, especially if it's like a new person to you. It's like, oh, cool, that's what they're into or whatever. But yeah, then when mine comes up, it'll be like the most random. I'll just be like saying something, or I might have said like one funny thing, but then it's like drawn out to it's like nothing else is happening. I'm like, why is this a clip and why are we still watching it? Yeah. And then I always forget to go back and clean them up,
See, I didn't even give two shits about cleaning up my clips because my original opinion is if you are shouting me out with a clip, you are getting whatever you get.
Whatever. Yeah. I mean, I do have a clip from my first birthday stream that I did, like as a streamer. And I had black sheep meat and Look at All That Juice on, and we played Never Have I Ever, and we all got really drunk. And I was telling a story about. I was telling a story.
Okay, great story. Great.
Yeah. Well, I was pausing like, oh, how much am I going to tell you? But that one comes up every once in a while. And usually it'll be in like someone who's like, I'm not even sure if they're 18 plus or not. And I'm like, oh God, that clip. Oh God, don't judge me, please. And then other times when it comes up, I'm like, that's the perfect clip to play at this point. But every once in a while, I'm like, oh God, why did that clip? Why that clip? Why now?
Is that like the stream that you wish you could recreate?
Like
that birthday stream
to redo it.
Yeah, like to capture that magic again.
Or,
no.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if you have a stream that you would want to redo or have the magic redone.
So that was a fun stream because it was like we had a game to play and we were like, it wasn't like anything super formal. We were just kind of hanging out, shooting the shit, right? And then playing the game. And it was at the end. So I had joked, right, when we started, I'm like, okay, what birthday was that? 42, I think. And so I was like, let's keep track of everyone's like every time they have to drink for Never Have I Ever, they get a point. And so the first person to 42 loses and has to go like take their shirt off for the rest of the stream, thinking for sure Juice would like be the most degenerate out of me, Sheep, and Juice, right? Well, turns out
you're the degenerate,
that it was me. Yes. And by the time that stream was, or by the time that game was over, and they were like, oh, you have to take your shirt off because you said, and that was your, your bet or whatever. And I was like, all right. And so I just like took my shirt off. I had a bra on. It looks like a bikini top. I don't think it's against TOS. Again,
technically nowadays it would because you didn't have a hot tub nearby.
Fair.
Or a fake kiddie pool or whatever they do.
But also like if no one saw me actually take my shirt off and just came in and saw me sitting there, it would look like I had, because I'm not showing my belly, right? Like it's like chest up, because
That's
no one
still
needs to see
against
all
terms
that.
of service nowadays because you
But
can't
they don't
pretend to be
know
naked.
that they don't know. But it's, I have the bra on, so it looks like a tank top. It could be a low cut tank top for all anyone knows. They don't know that.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't know, so I'm not going to judge you or guess or judge, but you know, it is
I
what it
mean,
is.
I'm sure it could be, but I guess it probably depends on who's reviewing it too. But
That's
there was
true.
nothing other than like a little extra skin shown, but not, you know what I mean?
That's fair.
Not even as much as most of the hot tub streamers. So whatever.
Listen, I watch a lot of boob tubers, and
Uh-huh.
I don't judge them. Show as much skin as you want. My opinion is that kids should not be on this platform at all, and there should be an adults only segment that you can go to where there is that degen shit, because otherwise you're going to play the game of whack-a-mole, and Twitch has lost that time and time again, and they just look like idiots. So just put it into its own separate area where you need to be verified, like your chat is. It's not hard. They have the systems to do it. Just exclude the kids. Make it so that you literally have to be verified and signed in to do it. Otherwise, it's your own issue, Twitch. And I would argue that if you have an adult stream like that, that you can't put out emotes to the general public. Like you can't share them in other channels that aren't M for mature or whatever. But that's me just preaching to Twitch that'll never listen to me.
Yeah, wishful thinking, right?
One question I always ask every streamer that comes on here, because Denikai liked it in his first episode. What is one thing that you added to stream that you absolutely hated and that like you removed it from stream? It could be a channel point redemption, a sound alert, anything that you thought was a terrible thing to add to your stream.
Well, hold on.
Iron Kill says Tangia.
Well, that you're not completely wrong. No, Tangia is fun, but so honestly, it's one of the most mundane things, but my hydrate redeem was like getting used a lot, and I just got really tired of always having to be like, oh, thanks for the hydrate, and like it wasn't even, it was more like it would get redeemed like if I was playing a game and maybe I'm like in the middle of a boss fight, and you know how I game, so this is probably the 15th time that I've tried this boss, and I might be getting close to like, oh, I'm actually making progress this time, and then someone redeems hydrate, and then I glance at chat to see who it is, and then I die. Yes, I'm blaming chat for my skill issues.
It happens all the time. My chat does sound effects every time. I was killing some boss and somebody's like, all right, it's time to dance, Sam. Here's a dance redeem. Go ahead and dance. It has a long cooldown and a lot of thousands of channel points for a reason. But yeah, I know. And what's even worse, when you're in the zone and you're killing that boss and then somebody comes in with an intro sounder that's like 10 seconds long of like a Looney Tunes song, and you're locked in and I get so tilted. So goddamn tilted.
Yeah, some of them I don't mind, and some of them I think are funny because, I have like one is like, we're gonna have a problem here, and I'm like, yeah, that fits for what I'm doing, right?
A lot of what you
do. Yes, exactly. And or like I have it's not a channel point redeem, it's just an alert, like a command.
Yeah.
But it's like a clip of Don't Panic by, God, I don't even know who the rapper is, but the song Don't Panic.
I don't know.
I know, it's whatever, but I don't mind.
You're the music trivia lady.
Yeah, I off the top of my head I can't remember, but those things, because it fits with what I'm doing and whatever, that it doesn't really bother me, but there's certain ones that just sort of, I don't know, it was becoming a thing, and then when I took it off, then I got lots of continuous questions about where it is and like sad that it wasn't there, and that annoyed me more. So then I was like, it's just not coming back. I can hydrate myself. I'm fine.
Never give chat toys that you don't want, because they break every toy. They use it until it's dead and then continue to use it.
I mean,
and then
I get it because I am also a viewer. So like you know, I've had my fair share of abusing things in other people's chats, right? So I do get it, but there are certain, but then again, that's who I am as a person. If it annoys me, I'm like, okay, it's gone. That was fun while it lasted.
I've had to take toys away from chat so many times. These ungrateful little twats. they ruin everything. I think it's the coolest thing in the world, and that maybe in moderation it would be great. But then it's spammed 3,000 times back to back. I'm looking at my honk command that somebody even tried to use, that chat convinced me to put no cooldown on, and then everybody honked for almost 10 minutes straight, and I was like, you guys have broken another toy. I thought this was cool, but 10 minutes of honk, 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 honk. No, we're done. We're done.
Yeah.
Fish is stupid. Fish is one of the things that I hated the most, but that was mostly because of the background stuff as a streamer. I don't know if you've done any of those mini games where it's like stream avatars, Fishy and Rusty's farm, whatever.
Yeah, I usually I'll give it a try for a couple streams, and then if people aren't like super into it, or if it's annoying me because that's all they're doing, then I'm usually like, okay, well, we're gonna try something else.
The fish for me was part of you have to load it in a certain sequence. I had to put it onto a different computer.
Yes. Again, going back to all the barriers for me to actually start stream is getting all of the stuff ready in the right order, right? And so if I add another step to it, then it's like, oh God, I'll forget. And then I'm going to get annoyed if I start stream and then someone's like, where's the fishing game? And I'm like, motherfucker. Fine, I'll turn it on, right? That's me.
I did not turn it on. I said, oh, you motherfucker, it is dead. It is so fucking, I'm not even opening it because you asked it that way. How dare you? Oh, my goodness. I did also want to ask you, as a streamer, I often feel like I'm getting lost in the sauce. Like I'm becoming twisted by chat and what people expect of me. Have you learned anything about yourself? Have you changed as a streamer as you've been doing streams?
I think that, well, maybe not a lot, because I think I've always had that attitude of like, it's my stream, I'm gonna do it the way that I want to do it, and like if people like it, they'll be there, and if not, there have been times where I like get in my head and like, oh, should I do this? Or what actually I still struggle with now is like, I'll have an idea and then someone else will have a similar idea and maybe they implement it first. And I'm like, well, now I can't do that idea because it's going to look like I'm copying them. So that's what I am always worried about, people thinking that I'm copying someone else, whether it's that I just didn't implement it fast enough or that I was inspired by someone and I'm trying to make it my own, right? Like I want to come up with original things, but there's a lot of ideas out there and they can be similar. And I don't know, that's I have to remind myself a lot, like, you just do the thing that you want to do and people are either going to like it or they're not, and go from there. You know what I mean?
Okay. I kind of get where you're going with that. I feel like you're very laissez-faire, but also very strict with that kind of an attitude.
I know, it is weird, isn't it? Like
it feels like Twitch moderation, where it's like, today I'll let it slide, but tomorrow 30-day ban. You know, it's kind of like, yeah, you can do whatever, I'm fine with it, but then if you don't like it, fuck you, you're a piece of shit. I get that. I typically, well, I did care about what people thought and said and did in chat before I got partner, and then I immediately turned around and said, yo, fuck this shit. I'm not chasing numbers anymore. I'm not caring about everybody's butts.
Yeah.
Like, I will fucking hurt your feelings because I don't give a shit whether you watch or not, because there's nothing more for me to reach for. So fuck them. So I get the same attitude, but I got partner first. I would recommend everybody get partner before they change their attitude to
before
that.
they, oh, well, that's where I've gone wrong. I've had that attitude from the beginning.
Might come off more authentic with that attitude, but I feel like people don't like that much authenticity. They want that customer service. Oh, hey, how you doing? Welcome to the stream. You're my favorite person in the world, even though they're fucking not. I'm looking at you, underling.
I'm not a great liar, and I'm not good at like pretending. I can't like, at least not for very long, right? Like eventually the cracks will show, like, oh hey Zam. Oh hey Zam, you're here to talk shit about my gaming again? Great.
I don't always talk shit about your gaming. My first message was about pizza. Come on. And it was a great, oh, I can't believe you brought that up as the weirdest comment ever. Jesus Christ.
They expect their streamer to be their therapist also. Yeah, that's the other thing that
I do it the opposite way. Chat is my therapist, and they're very bad at therapy. But it's still cathartic to rant to them about everything that's going on in my life. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you were to...
I've been here. I've heard it.
If you were to make a game for people to play in Twitch or on Twitch, what kind of game would you want to see?
I don't... like a casual game? Like a...
I don't know. It could be a chat game. It could be a game that a streamer plays on Twitch. Like if you were to start an indie game developing company, what would you make?
Well... I do really like games that have like Twitch integration where chat can participate in ways, like especially if it's like a little bit of chaos, right? So I think it would be something like that, some sort of like chaos game that chat can participate in.
And what would they do for the chaos?
I don't know. They could do anything. I'm thinking like I don't know, like Repo or Peak, those types of games.
But
or
with chat?
Like, I don't know how it would work. I'm not a game developer.
I'm just trying to see what you would want. But that's okay. You don't develop games. You have no creativity in your body. I get it. You craft.
Cult of the Lamb is fun. I do wish that there was more ways for chat to interact with, like, you know, like controlling their characters or doing something more than just like having their name on screen.
I feel like there's a ton of games that you're not
I feel like I feel like I've not answered any of your questions the way that you wanted me to answer them.
That's okay. That's part of getting to know you. And I got to say that you're a terrible guest because you don't answer things right. You're the worst at everything. Jesus. From gaming. Well, your crafting's very okay.
Oh, thanks.
That's a limited edition compliment, by the way.
Write that down. Someone clip that.
Someone clip that. All right. Well, Heather, that was all the weird topics I came up with before this stream, and I literally made those up within the first 30 minutes before the stream because I had no time this week. I am so stressed on time. Ever since ZamCon, I've been behind the 8 ball on everything. But I always like to leave it open to the guests if they have any topics or questions for me. Usually they ask the stupidest shit, so hopefully you don't ask me stupid shit.
You
can always say, no, I don't have anything. We can move on.
Fine, I won't ask you anything. Goodbye.
No. Okay, well, then I guess we should
look at... what games have you been into lately?
The only game that I've been playing was Elden Ring. I just moved to Hades 2, and I'll be starting Clair Obscur. Elden Ring was such a great game until the DLC ruined it.
Oh, I haven't played the DLC.
Oh, don't. It was a 9 out of 10 for the base game. The only reason I took a point off is because Windows and my video card driver killed it. So I literally could not play it without my second computer. So I could not give it a 10 out of 10 due to technical issues. And then the DLC got a 6 out of 10 because it was playable but unremarkable. There were so many things wrong with it that I would never recommend the DLC to anyone.
Have you, if you're playing Hades 2, have you played the first Hades?
Yeah, I loved it. Masterpiece. Fantastic.
Yeah.
The only problem I had with Hades 1 is balancing the audio for stream because they had the audio such a low ceiling because of the ASMR of a lot of people's voices and not knowing how to balance audio. They kind of fixed it for the second one, but I still feel like it's a bit too low.
Okay.
But it's the first one more the same, and I like it.
I got Hades when it was on sale. I just haven't played it yet, but maybe that'll be another on-stream game I can play, and you can come in and tell me how terrible I am at it.
Well, that one's easy to be terrible. I am terrible at it, but that's because it gets to be almost a bullet hell, and you can't really dodge everything. Some people can, and they're god gamers, but like I still get my butt spanked.
I just run face first into everything, and that's why I'm terrible at games. I have no patience. I'm not good at dodging. I have no aim. If I can, my hope is like anything that I can upgrade, it's like I'll upgrade the strength. That's all I care about. So then hopefully I can get them down in less hits, and I can hurry up and hit them a bunch of times and be done with it before I die.
Why wouldn't you go into health so you can take more hits before you die?
I mean, sometimes it's probably between health and like attack, but it's usually more attack. Because if I can hit you like less times and get you down, then like it doesn't matter.
I can easily respect that thought process. I would like to enforce your thought process because we're on the same page here. I always go into strength or attack. The reason being, if you're going to invest in health or anything defense related, that means you're going to get hit. If they're dead, they can't hit you. So you want to hit them until they die.
The faster you can get them dead.
Why are you investing in living instead of them unliving? It feels like it's simple logic. Stop them from hitting you. Hit them harder.
And if I can upgrade or get more heals, because I rely on heals a lot, then like heals and like attack power, that's how I get through games.
That's kind of how I did Elden Ring, though. I went full. I got like 80 strength before enforcing any of my other stats because I just wanted to one tap everything. It also feels good to kill things in one shot rather than stabbing it 84 times before it dies.
It does. I feel like more of a god gamer when I can just walk up and like one shot somebody versus like having to take my time and be patient and dodge out of the way. Like Minty always tells me I'm being greedy.
Oh, I'm so greedy. Oh my God, that was the worst thing. Elden Ring taught me not to be greedy, but oh, did I ever have to die a lot of times.
It's so hard not to be. Yeah.
It's like, oh, I could do an attack right there, but every 1 in 8 attacks will attack me. It's worth it. I'll do the extra attack. Hell yeah. Extra damage, yes please. Get this fight over sooner. Hell yeah.
Exactly.
But I feel like Heather, Zam, agree on strength builds. You guys would never see it. We agreed on something.
We did. Somebody write that down.
That becomes very awkward if we play games together like Diablo, where we both play a barbarian that goes into heavy strength, and then we both are fighting for strength items. I see a problem with that.
That is a dilemma. I just got to be faster than you.
That's what she said. Separate drops. Yeah, Diablo is a terrible example. Did you have any other topics aside from what games I'm playing? Are you looking excited for any games coming out soon? Because the last one I think you were excited for was Silksong.
Yeah, I was excited for Silksong. I can't. So I'm not like, I don't know the games that are coming out. I only hear about them when they come out, and then I see a lot of people playing them, and I'm like, oh, that looks fun. I'll give that a try.
So you're gonna
Or
play
that looks
Dispatch
terrible. I
soon
never
because
want.
everybody's playing Dispatch right now.
I do have Dispatch. I bought it when it came out. I had it on my wish list because I saw someone play the demo, and I was like, that looks really cool. So I did get it. I'm not gonna play it on stream because everyone else is playing it on stream, and I feel like it's one of the games where, like, because it's there's a story to it, right? So I'm like, people aren't going to want to watch because they're not going to want spoilers. So I'm not watching people stream Dispatch right now. I'll stop in and say hi and be like, I see you on, but I don't want to get spoiled. And
That's why I
so,
never stream new games. I absolutely hate streaming new games
yeah,
for that exact reason.
for that game and like Clair Obscur, because there is a really good story and there's a, like, it's just such a good game that I was like, I don't want to be distracted by chat or anything. Like, I want to just play the game and focus on what's going on and enjoy it for what it is, like, to myself, right? There's other games, you know, Peak or whatever, that are perfect for stream, or maybe not perfect, but like are fun to play on stream, and why I don't mind playing on stream, right? um so
Ironkill said you're excited to start Metaphor.
Oh, I did
Is that
promise him
Metaphor
after.
Refantasio?
Yeah,
I did
I
want to play
promised
that
him
one.
after. I promised him after I finished Clair Obscur, which I haven't officially finished yet, that I would play Metaphor. Again, not on stream because it's like 100-hour game or something. And there's a lot of story to it. So I'm not, that won't be an
100 hours
on-stream
is not
game.
a good that sounds like a perfect stream game. That's like 10 weeks of streaming for me.
Well, I don't know. I guess it depends on what you think people like to see. I feel like people like to
I
see
don't think
finished
people
games and
care
not.
about watching the gameplay. I
Yeah,
feel like
you're probably
maybe
right. Just like with
30%.
the crafting, they're not probably fully paying attention to the gameplay unless they're there to make fun of you. Sam.
They do that often. Like, I even had a comment while we were talking about Elden Ring about, oh, you learn not to be greedy, you're still greedy. You were greedy to the end. Yeah, I get it. I was still greedy because, let's be honest, I still wanted to hit the guy and get the fight over sooner. But I learned moderation to greed, but I'm still greedy. I love games where you collect things, which is, I'm playing Sonic Rumble for a sponsorship on Saturday. I love that game because you collect so many things because there's like 5 in-game currencies. Don't get me wrong, I hate the in-game currencies, but it feels good to collect like rings and coins and emeralds and shit. Feels real good. I like collecting things. I'm a collector gamer.
I also, yeah, I do like to collect things.
Give
I
me
like
the loot.
Yeah, all the achievements that are like, you know, get all of this one thing and then you get an achievement. I'm like, yes, I will definitely run around and find all of those things just to get that achievement.
Yeah, I loved like the old Banjo-Kazooie type games for that. Get all the puzzle pieces and stuff. Mario 64, get all the stars. Yeah, that's hell yeah. Though Mario 64 was like, all the stars were brilliant to go for. It wasn't a chore. Some of those puzzle pieces for Banjo-Kazooie was a goddamn chore. The golden feathers
was
too.
a challenge, yeah.
Well, they put them in such weird spots. That was back in the year-old games where things would be hidden behind a secret wall that you would never know about unless you attacked every wall. Hollow Knight has the same problem where there's so many secrets that unless you attack every wall and then you're wasting your time attacking every wall, it bothered me for that one too. I get why people put it in games, but I hate it as a gamer.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of like it. That's why I loved Hollow Knight so much, because of all the secret, like the exploring that you could do and the secrets. I don't know. This makes me feel smart or like a real gamer if I'm like, I found this secret area that like everyone else knows about, but I didn't know was here. Or like I played Animal Well, and it's the same. It's like Metroidvania. I like Metroidvania games. Um, for that reason, for like finding the secret paths and finding the hidden stuff, and then feeling like you're super smart and the best gamer because you figured it out.
Nope. No, I never feel smart. I hate games like that. That's why I've never played a Zelda's, because I hate when games make me feel dumb.
Mm.
And I feel like Zelda is a game
Simple.
that would make you feel dumb. I have heard so many
Yeah,
things about a water temple.
There are a few of the dungeons there, or temples, whatever you want to call them, that I haven't been able to figure out.
Mm. And so why do you play games that make you feel dumb? That feels weird to me.
Because for that game in particular, they're mostly optional. So I can try for a few, until I get really frustrated with it and be like, all right, let me just go explore a different area. Okay. There's always new holes to explore.
Okay. We'll leave it there. Did you have any other topics?
No, I don't think so, unless you want to talk about what any like craft projects you have going on, or any other things coming up that you would like to tell me about.
Well, I do have some things coming up and some things I have to worry about. This project is my last custom crochet for doing charity. And I don't know what I'm going to do with my my crochet days, my crafting days on Tuesdays yet. Because I don't want to crochet things just to crochet things. Like once I have no more custom crochets to do, I'm not going to pick up an Ami and make it. I'm not going to make a shawl. I'm not going to try and sell those or build them. No, it's not. It's not that much fun to me. I thought about starting like learning how to do art, because I've had so many problems with artists. But I don't know if I want to start from scratch and have people come in while I'm a little baby artist and go, oh, Zam can't draw a circle perfectly. You know, I feel like that would demotivate me as an artist and be like, I'm wasting my time here. Plus, with AI, I really feel like starting an art escapade is going to just infuriate me on that side. So I don't know if I should.
Yeah, probably.
So I don't know. I mean, I don't want to do cross stitch. I don't want to do knitting. I don't know if I want to even do any sort of crafting. I might take crafting off the menu and put on another video game day, but I don't know, because I have one thing left.
Yeah.
You have no advice.
That's right. I don't. I don't, because I feel that. I feel that.
How do you feel that?
Because I also, especially with crocheting stuff, I used to crochet a lot of stuff, but my earbud fell out. I don't like to just, at least the amigurumi stuff, I don't want to make something just to have it here and like collect dust, right? But anytime I make something like that and then post a picture of it, then everybody's like, oh, I want you to make me one. I'll pay for it. Or like, you should sell that. And I'm like, no, I don't finish things fast enough. And because of my ADHD, I'm going to get bored. I made the one thing. I proved that I could make the one thing. And now if I have to make 3, 5, 10 more, I'm going to hate it every step of the way.
I fully support that.
So I get it when you're like, there's not really anything that I feel like making if I don't have a reason. You know what I mean? I get it.
My biggest problem is that I find that my crafting streams are one of my best for viewership. And I think it's just because I have a lot more conversation and I direct a lot more things to chat. Like, I'm ignoring a lot of chat because I took away all their noise sound effects to be able to put this out on YouTube and not be interrupted throughout the entire conversation. So we could have a conversation. So I feel like I would be shooting my viewership in the foot if I do stop doing some sort of crafting of some sort, whether it's art or some other learning another trade. But I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So that's my thing. I'm kind of procrastinating on this because I don't want to finish it and I don't want to face that decision.
Yeah, I think the only advice that I have is whatever, like, do whatever you're enjoying in the moment, because people are gonna like people can tell if you're not feeling what you're working on. Because I've had those days where I'm like, oh, I have to work on this because I have a deadline or I have, need to finish this or whatever. And it's like, okay, I'll force myself to work on this. But then I'm like not into it on stream. I think that people can tell that. And then it's like, no, do you want to watch somebody who's like not having fun with what they're doing?
Yep.
So if it's a new video game that came out and you'd rather play that, because I've been thinking the same thing. Like I'm playing Liza P right now with Sheepy. We're doing a competition. I when Silksong came out, I did like almost a whole month of just Silksong streams, no crafting, and I'm like, when I do come back to crafting, I do notice like, okay, I'll get a few more, I'll get a little bit more viewers, but like I'm having fun playing the game, so I'm just gonna keep playing the game, and it just is what it is, right? But that's the only advice, and I know it's very like probably like cliche, but honestly, I think people can tell when you're enjoying what you're doing. So
I
I
don't think that I would do something that I hate aside from like a video game where I hope it gets better and I'll play it because I'm going to give it the shot that it gets better later in the game. I've had several games where it sucks to begin and then it's a great game at the end, but I've also had a lot of games where they just go to shit and continue to delve into shit, like My
Dave the
Time at
Diver.
Porsche's. Dave the Diver wasn't a bad time. It was just mini game hell. It was ADHD simulator, and I gave up on it because I couldn't focus.
I mean, I loved it. I had fun with it. It's
an ADHD
remembering
simulator.
when you were
like,
here
hell
at
yeah,
the
I want to
end
go
and you
everywhere.
were so pissed.
I didn't even finish
off at
it. I got to the fishing village, and I was like, the tone of the
Yeah.
entire game has changed. And I just don't care to do every day's chores so that I could continue to fish and play the actual game. And so I was like, now I'll do this in my off time so that I can give it the attention. But there is one thing I kind of wanted to do with the stream where I wanted to do woodworking because I inherited all my grandfather's tools and all that sort of stuff. But I feel like that would be terrible for a stream. And the reason I say that is because you're running saws, you're running power tools, and I feel like nobody would be lurking to hear, right? I feel like that would make for a terrible stream.
Well, I don't know. Do you know who Texas Hula is?
Nope.
Oh, he does the woodworking on stream, and gets a lot of people to watch, I think.
I also feel like my chat isn't the kind that would want to see me handle my wood on stream.
Well, I think that your chat is the kind that would do something to distract you and then to have the tip of your finger cut off or something. Like, I think
I'm a safety guy. I would
never.
The
tools might be a little dangerous for a stream.
I feel like it wouldn't be unless I, for some reason, had earphones in and had like text to speech or the sound effects going off. Like, could you imagine doing a woodworking stream with jump scares? Jesus Christ.
Oh, no.
I would never, not only because I hate jump scares, but it would just be like oh, that's asking for pain.
Yeah, I mean, I've gotten jump scared before and I drop stitches off my needle. And like that doesn't injure me except for injuring my soul.
That's
and usually
fair.
I can catch them fast enough that it doesn't like totally undo everything I've done, but I'm still like, God damn it, you guys making me go back and
Another problem with the woodworking stream is that I have to get an area where I could do the woodworking and stream it. And I don't know if I want to invest that much because I've said this time and time again. I don't have a good future in my crystal ball for streaming. I think it's a slow bleed that will eventually kill Twitch off. And so it's like, do I want to invest more into streaming if I don't see a future?
Yeah, I feel where you're coming from with that because I've done this like oh, I should get like better lighting in here, or I should get just stuff to make my setup better, easier, whatever. And I'm like, but if I keep like saying, even jokingly, every other month, like, oh, I'm just gonna retire, then like why would I spend all this money to like improve stuff if I'm like, I mean, I could take it or leave it. But I do when I'm not streaming, then I feel like the call to come back, right? It's like, oh, that would be fun to do on stream. I think I just
I
don't like
don't know if
when
I would
it's
ever
the
come back if I
expectation of
retired.
like, right. I think
I
there's
feel like
like
if I retired, I would literally dip off the internet forever.
You mean retired from like actual work or retired from streaming? I mean,
From
I'm talking
streaming.
about,
Like if I quit
oh yeah,
streaming, I
retirement.
would just be like completely off Twitch because there's not very many streams that I argue I terribly enjoy that I would be like, hell yeah, I'm gonna sit here and watch this all day.
Wow.
I typically go because I want to support friends or they're having a great
Yeah.
conversation or are able to have great conversations. But the amount of ads that I get served for not being subscribed and the cost of subscribing and Turbo just makes it where it's like, why would I pay money to watch people on Twitch when I could pay money and watch a different streaming service, which is usually a higher quality of entertainment? So I don't think I would hang out in other people's chats if I wasn't a streamer.
Yeah.
I feel like I just disconnect completely and be off all social media, which isn't hard because I'm banned from a quarter of it. I have a Twitter and I have Twitch and I have a YouTube. I might do video editing if I were to quit streaming, but I would have to get the content somewhere. And I get it from streaming to edit and put on the YouTube. So I don't know. I don't want to quit streaming. I feel like my retirement plan for Twitch is to have Twitch die and then I'll stop.
Yeah.
Because I've invested way too much into this craft.
Not your decision. Make it a.
Well, Twitch is dead. Guess I won't be moving to another platform. And that's why I don't multi-stream it so that I can still do that. I also think multi-streaming is a lot of work for very little return.
Yeah, I tried for like a couple weeks to stream on Kick also, and it was way more work than it was worth. I think I had like one chatter there ever, and they were cool. They were interested in the crafting that I was doing, but just all the setup, getting the chat on. I wanted chat on screen, so people, if people were chatting in the other one, everybody could see the
everybody
things,
could
right?
see the conversation, yeah.
But it was like, again, like you have to turn these things on in this right order, and then if you forget, then it's not going to show up. And how many times did I forget? And then struggled with trying to fix it, and then I was just like, for one person, I'm sorry, that wasn't worth it.
I don't know. I don't think that multi-streaming is worth it at all. I see some people would be beneficial, and I feel like you'd have to be a big streamer for it to be beneficial. Yeah. I've seen people chasing YouTube so hard, and they get a handful of people, but I still wonder if it's worth the effort at all. I don't know. Yeah. Not for me.
I agree. Look, we agreed on something else.
That's you know, I'm a very agreeable guy. It's not like I have the worst opinions. I have some really bad, spicy takes, like on Baldur's Gate and Hollow Knight, but that's more of just because I'm sorry, I expect a higher grade from my games, and those two games did not make it. I feel like people have weird taste when you say, "Oh, Baldur's Gate 3 is my favorite game." Nope.
I never really got into Baldur's Gate 3. I tried, but it was over.
You feel like a person that would love the hell out of it, especially if you got to play with Sheepy.
I know. Maybe if we played it together, I would like it more, but it was just too overwhelming. And I think part of it was because I started playing it on stream, having no idea or having never played games like that before. So I got really frustrated with there's too many choices. There's too many different things like items and whatever. It's bad enough in Lies of P where I'm like, there's so many different things. I don't know what I'm supposed to be focusing on, or like the weapons and the this and the that and what this does, and then all your upgrades and all your level ups. And I'm like, I don't know what any of this means.
Well, then you just have to read it all, and you look like a fool
That
on stream when you're reading it all, and you go,
exactly.
I still don't know what this means.
Exactly. Or you have Gemini Tiger in chat telling you all about how the weapons upgrading works, and then at the end of all of it, I'm like,
There
I
was
still
weapons
don't get it.
upgrading in Baldur's Gate 3?
Not in Baldur's Gate 3, Lies of P. In Lies of P.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I haven't played Lies
Because
of P.
there's like
I
the
do want to do more Souls.
modality, and there's like different, there's like lettering, like A, B, C, D, and I don't understand it at all.
I bet it's like Elden Ring with the lettering then. I didn't
I
understand
think so.
it. I hated the Elden Ring inventory, the loot system, because you never knew what was an upgrade. Because I upgraded my fucking hammer, my axe to rank 14, and so I'd pick something up that's rank 1, and then I'd go, well, rank 14 is better than 1. Why am I getting this shit loot?
Yep.
I don't know. I hated it. I wanted to be able to compare it at the same stats so that I could be like, one's objectively better, or which is more the better technique for me. But no, I hated that. I hated it so much. And Baldur's Gate, it let me down because I played the whole series from 1 all the way to 3. And by the time I got to 3, Baldur's Gate has had a history of hits and misses. And when it misses, it misses. And I feel like Baldur's Gate 3 did so well with Act 1 that they set up me for disappointment for Act 2 and then again for Act 3.
Yeah.
And as somebody who literally just came off of playing all the series, they did not do very good with the lore. So.
Yeah.
But that's my opinion.
I hope that you have a different opinion of Clair Obscur when you get to it, because...
Well, I plan to start that probably next Saturday. I think this will be my last Saturday with Hades 2, and then I'll play it off stream. But I think I'm going to swap to Clair Obscur for next Saturday, and I'll see how it goes. And maybe I'll have a good opinion, and maybe I won't. I feel like it'll probably be a very mild opinion, because I've watched a little bit, especially playing Sora playing it. I don't know what Sora was doing, because it's not like I can get spoiled when I don't know what you're doing.
Yeah.
But I also don't pay attention to the games that people play. I'm one of those guys that's editing or doing something else in the background that I'm not watching every decision you make. So I don't know, but I didn't see anything I hated from his gameplay. So I don't know. We'll see.
That's good.
Maybe I hate it. I wonder
mean,
if
if you hate it and you rant about it, unfollowed.
I feel like I should do a prediction at the start of the stream. Will Zam like this game or not at the end of the stream?
You should.
Okay.
Maybe I'll do it. That would be a good prediction.
Fair enough. Well, I think I've kept you for a long enough time. This is actually one of the longer podcasts I've done. Typically, they're like 2.5 hours. We're almost up to 3 hours now. Not saying it hasn't been a pleasure. Otherwise, I would have been like, oh, it's been too late. I got to kick you off. You got to go.
I'm getting real tired.
My birds are in the microwave. Uh-oh.
Oh,
right?
No.
I gotta go. Luckily, I don't bring people on that I don't want to talk to. So luckily, it's always a good time. So I appreciate you coming on. Do you have anything coming up big that you want to shout out for your stream? Anything cool coming up? I know you're doing a Lies of P run with Sheepy there.
Yeah, we are doing a Lies of P challenge competition against each other. And we're tying our boss attempts to numbers of cross stitches that we have to do on the same project. It's just a fun thing.
It sounds
just for fun, you know. And we do have a community tracker. I don't know if anyone's using it right now, but like I know Iron is replaying it right now, and like just probably so we can prove that how much better he is at the game than we are. And I think Jem might have also started another playthrough. So if anyone wants to, you know, keep track along the way of your Lies of P playthrough, and then you can compare like how much better you are than me and Sheep.
I don't think it would take
much. You can. It's out there. Oh, okay.
Unfortunately, I haven't been able to watch either of you guys play Liza P yet. I've seen you guys playing it, but it's like, oh, I gotta go do something. I can't. I feel bad coming in for like 5 minutes. I know it's a me thing. Everybody would even love to have a viewer for 5 minutes, but I just don't want to be like, oh, hey, how's it going? And then they start up a conversation. It's like, oh, I didn't plan to stay here this long.
Yes. I do the same thing when I'll be like, oh, this person's playing this game. Let me go look, and then I'm like, oh, I don't want to chat because I have to like leave. Like I have a meeting in 2 minutes or whatever, so I don't want to yeah. So usually I'll just lurk and watch for a little bit and then be like, okay, they'll never know I was here. Just close out of here and no one will ever know.
Chat's calling me out saying I wouldn't like Liza P, but I think I would like it. Mostly because I liked Elden Ring. I want to play more Souls-like games. Liza P's in there. I think I was going to play Ghost of Tsushima first and then see where I go from there.
That game's also on my list to play.
I don't know. I want to play more Souls games, but I'm taking a break to play Clair Obscur before Game of the Year's recommendations come out, because that everybody's saying that should be Game of the Year. And I don't know. I haven't played a Game of the Year yet.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a wide range of games that I play, so I don't have a lot to compare it to either, but I would not be mad if it won. Like I think it deserves it, but I don't know.
That's high praise right there. Fair enough. Well, I'm sure I will enjoy it when I start it, probably next week. But thank you for coming on, Heather. It was fun. It was a blast. Again, like everybody, I feel like I could talk to you for more hours. So don't be surprised if I say, hey, Heather, you want to come on again? Because I feel like I honestly could talk to people forever and ever. And I really appreciate that people take their time out of their day to have a conversation that isn't just purely by text. Sometimes people think that I don't have the best text-based conversations or comments and think that I'm weird or just a person that they would have been if they didn't know my style of humor. But, I feel like talking, you don't have that same problem with me, so I feel like it's maybe a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm going to let you go then. Thank you for coming on, Heather. I'll see you probably in your chat. I want to say tomorrow if you're streaming, but maybe Saturday. I don't know.
Yeah, I might be on tomorrow because I do have a couple more hours of Liza P this week that I need to get in to keep it kind of even with the amount of gameplay that we're both doing.
Fair enough. Well, have fun.
Thanks
Good
for
luck.
having me
Hopefully
on.
you be
Sorry
cheapy.
I didn't answer any of your questions the way that you wanted me to answer them.
It's okay. Goodbye, Heather.
Bye.